What's up, BlueTube? It's your boy, the Blu-ray Bandit. This is a live stream of me unboxing the entirety of my backlog, my video backlog. So this giant mound of physical media is what I've bought in the last year or so, maybe like a year and 6 months. And if you're a longtime fan of the channel, you know that I used to do Blu-ray videos once a week. And then I got super busy between remodeling my house and my business, my IRL business kind of blowing up. I ran out of time to produce Blu-ray related videos. That doesn't mean I stopped buying, and I always intended to catch up and make videos of all of these Blu-ray purchases, but just never got there. So I'm tired of looking at them in my closet, to be honest, and I kind of forget exactly what I have here because some of these purchases are like a good 18 months old or so. And so this will kind of be a discovery to me, as well as a walk down memory lane. So yeah, welcome to the live. There's a lot to do. There's only so much battery on this microphone and this camera. So we're gonna get moving on it. I'm just gonna like kind of speed unbox these. And here we go. We're gonna just use my kitchen table. This is definitely lower rent than what I'm used to doing on the channel typically. But sometimes you just gotta reset, right? Just gotta completely reset sometimes. All right, here we go. I'm gonna go grab a package and we're just going to talk about it. Hopefully we can get through all of these and I can be caught up, and maybe I'll restart the channel at that point. I don't know. I just know that I can't have these filling my closet anymore. I'm done with it. So I want to get them on the shelves. I want to figure out exactly what I got, and that way when I'm out hunting I have a better idea of what I have and what I don't have. So okay, here we go. This is the first package. This was from somebody on Reddit. Who knows when this was, but evidently I paid $25 and this was shipped to my door for that cost. Let's see what's inside of it. We've got a couple 4Ks. We've got Event Horizon, which is a great horror film. And this is brand new, still sealed. So Event Horizon, and a copy of They Live, the John Carpenter classic. This one opened, and there you go. No digital code, but that's okay. I'm sure I wasn't promised one. So 25 shipped, not too bad, about $12.50 each. Not bad for like a still sealed copy of Event Horizon, $12.50. All right, let's do another one here. This is probably gonna get out of hand here a little bit as far as the packaging goes. And I'm gonna move these to the table as I go. Okay, let's do another one of these. What's up, Bruno? I see you out there. Bruno, if you keep watching, I promise I will throw a digital code in here somewhere. I'm sure I'm gonna come across them, and I'm sure some of them will probably just be on accident. But even if I don't accidentally leak one, I swear I will put at least one out there, right? I know, I remember you from back in the day, and I know you're a code hunter for sure. Okay, here we go. These were all in the same bag. This was from a pawn shop, I believe. No, not from a pawn shop. This is from Black Bear Antiques. This is in Ellijay, Georgia. So at some point I was in Georgia and I bought this stack of Blu-rays for $12.84. Looks like there are 6 of them. We've got A Time to Kill, which is a fun little thriller. Hey, there's a code for you. This is the old style digital copy codes though, so I doubt there's much use in that. But we've got A Time to Kill. We've got To Live and Die in LA with a little pockmark on it right there. Not a great copy of To Live and Die in LA. At one point, this was out of print, but I kind of feel like maybe Criterion picked it up, or somebody made a 4K of this, I believe, and it just kind of lost some of its value. So I may have waited too long on this one. I didn't pay much for it, so I'm not too worried about it. But I already have this exact copy. I'm going to resell this one, and hopefully I'll at least get my money back, if not a little more. Hardcore Henry. This is a fun first-person action movie. Oh, there's a digital code. There you go. Maybe that. Can you guys read that? There you go. Whoever gets it first. Bruno, you're sitting right here. There's a copy of Hardcore Henry for you. I'm not going to do that with every single one of them, so I just want to come through on my promises. All right. The Godfather Part 2, the Sapphire series, and I have since got the Godfather trilogy in 4K, so I definitely don't need this, but I think I did at the time, but I'm gonna have to resell it because I have them on 4K at this point. So as far as my collection goes, don't need that anymore. Excited to have this though, La Femme Nikita. This is a fun one. Luc Besson movie, early action movie of his. Luc Besson, probably most famous for The Professional and Fifth Element, maybe. And I don't remember if there's a 4K for this or not, but I know I don't have it in my collection. So for now it's Blu-ray and maybe an upgrade someday. And then finally, this is a documentary about the race car driver Senna. And I've already seen it. It's a great documentary and I just wanted to add it to my shelf and the price was right. So there we go. All right, going back to get more packages. All right, here we go. This was evidently a box I got from somebody on eBay at some point. It's full of 4Ks for $54.72. So I don't know how many 4Ks are in here, but we'll see how much they were per, roughly. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is like Christmas morning. I've been sitting on these for so long that it's exciting because it's like opening packages that, you know, you put it on your wish list and then like somebody gives it to you like a year later. That's how this feels right now. Okay, we've got Dune on 4K. This is a previously viewed copy of Dune, and there's no code in that one. Sorry, Dune Part 2. Dune Part 2. Don't have that on 4K. Well, I've had it clearly, but not on my shelf on 4K. So, and then there's the first Dune as well, like minty slip covers, minty cases. No code in that one as well. Excited to add, of course, these two movies to the shelf itself. So at $54, looks like there's 5 titles in here. So each one was like roughly $11, including Dread. Super fun action movie, action wall to wall. The main character barely has any lines, and it's better that way, I'd say, when it comes to this movie. Just a super fun, crazy action movie. Again, no codes in these. I don't think any of them are going to have the codes now that the first 3 haven't. We've got Scarface, which is a 4K I already own, but my copy is sealed, and this is not. So I'm going to put this on my shelf and resell my brand new copy because this one is just as good. And I prefer pre-owned, to be honest, over, well, I mean, new would be great every single time, but if you're trying to do this on a budget, it's even better. Then you got King Kong Ultimate Edition. Again, minty slip covers, $54 total for these 5 4K titles. So this copy of King Kong, I'm remembering now when I got it, like I already have this on 4K, but this with the slipcover, I believe, is pretty valuable on the resale market. And I think I have a copy on my shelf of this exact title with a slipcover, not quite this minty of a slipcover. So probably reselling that one, and it'll probably help pay for some of these as well. But anyway, roughly $11 each for these. All right, going back, getting more. I'm going to try to kind of keep them separated here, Blu-rays, 4Ks, and then there's a bunch of Criterions mixed in here as well. Okay, let's do some of these individual ones. And we'll just keep on chugging, keep on chugging. Okay, so this is an Amazon box. I have no idea what's inside of it. Oh, here we go. Brotherhood of the Wolf, which is an awesome movie. It says $28.27 on it. I believe I paid $28.27 for this, which is way more than I would typically pay for a 4K, but this is brand new. It's a movie that I absolutely love. It's a Scream Factory title, and it's just one I wanted to add to my collection. I think I bought this around my birthday in November last year, and then I bought it for my birthday. That's why I paid a lot for it, and I love this movie. And now I will put it on my shelf, still sealed, until I get the urge to give it a watch. If you've never seen Brotherhood of the Wolf, it's just an awesome fusion of like martial arts, French people, whatever, a movie from a very specific like medieval time, almost like sword and sandal type stuff. But then there's like a little bit of The Matrix mixed in with a monster movie. It's quite the mashup of genres, but it's awesome and you should check it out. And I almost paid $30 for it, and that's high praise. If you know me, I do not like paying that kind of money for one title. But for Brotherhood of the Wolf, top 100 movie for me all time, I'll do it. Honestly, the bigger concern that compared to me running out of batteries is me running out of voice. Man, my voice is already, I can feel it. I can feel it. Okay, let's do another one of these. This is an eBay box. There we go, an eBay box. This has a Post-it for $127.27. So $127.27. Bruno says, I'm kind of a physical media hoarder myself. Senna, excellent documentary. I agree. Senna is awesome, and can't wait to rewatch it on Blu-ray someday. Okay, most of these I've already opened because it gets mailed to me. I open it, I check to make sure everything's there. Then it goes in the closet for me to make a video on it. That's been the process for like a year and a half, and I'm just too far behind. I'm never going to catch up, and I got to get these on the shelf. So that's why we're unboxing right now. Just bulk unboxing everything. Here we go. Okay, so $127 worth of 4Ks, which means there's probably going to be a lot of them in here. And it's from somebody on eBay, so there's probably a mixture of used and new. So here we go. This is the Mission Impossible. Here we go. Let me move this out of the way. Mission Impossible 6 movie collection. It's got a package of Blu-rays and a package of 4Ks. Honestly, I only care about the 4Ks. I already have this 6 movie collection on Blu-ray. I'll probably keep it together just because eventually if I want to resell it for like the bigger collection or the final collection or whatever they're going to call it, I'll want to sell it, and that means I'll need both copies and the box. So I'll keep it for now, but I kind of wish I could just put this one on my shelf and have my own little box for it because I don't care about the Blu-rays when there's a 4K right there. So there we go. There's the back. I'm not going to spend the time to open up and look at every single disc on these just because there's just not enough time in the day for sure. Okay. Another 4K. This is Tom Cruise Vanilla Sky. This is a used copy with minty slipcover. Oh, there was a code, but I'm going to keep this code because I like Vanilla Sky. So, but I swear I'll do more. I promise. Just not Vanilla Sky. Just not Vanilla Sky. Okay, there you go. There's the 4K and the Blu-ray as well. A great movie. I'm forgetting the director on this, but it's like a very well-known director that I'm forgetting the name of. It doesn't matter. Is this a Cameron Crowe movie? Yes, Cameron Crowe. Filmmaker Focus. Cameron Crowe. Cameron Crowe movie. Good one. National Lampoon's Vacation. This is the original Vacation. Good movie for sure. Fun one from the 80s. Chevy Chase. Oh, there's a code in that one too. All right. I'm keeping that code as well. There might be a lot of codes in these, and who knows if they're even good, to be honest. I have no clue. Like I said, some of these have been sitting here for more than a year, so they could be expired at this point. They could have been used and unadvertised, and they're just sitting in the case because they are. James Dean, Rebel Without a Cause, and there goes another one. So either this person redeemed all the codes but left the slips in, or they didn't. And I'm going to check all these codes at some point later on. Burt Reynolds, The Longest Yard. Never seen this movie. Don't know anything about it. This one's sealed, so unless I get a real itch, I'm probably going to leave it sealed until I want to watch it, or maybe someday I'll just decide I'm never going to get to it. I don't know. Has anybody ever seen The Longest Yard from Burt Reynolds? Should I open it up? Ready Player One, no slipcase. I already own this, so I'm going to have to resell that copy. My copy's used, so I'd prefer to keep that one. Sell the sealed. Fabelmans, another Spielberg movie that I'm going to resell because I already own a copy, and my copy's already open with the slipcover and stuff like that. Then you've got Stanley Kubrick's Clockwork Orange, another one I already own on 4K, so I'm going to resell this sealed copy. So what do we got here? 6 movies, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 movies. I paid $127.27. So what is that? Roughly $10 per, I'd imagine. A little less than $10 per 4K. How is the audio doing? Audio. Does it sound all right? Let me know in the chat if you're listening. Let me know how the sound sounds. At the end of this too, we'll do a shot of everything all laid out, of all the titles. There are a lot. Like, I still collect a lot. I just don't have the time to make videos for them anymore in the way that I used to. I wish I could. I can't. Not when my time can be used in other ways, more productive, or to make more money for my retirement. My normal IRL job pays too much to spend a lot of time making Blu-ray videos as a hobby. I love this as a hobby, though. Okay. Here's a single title, probably from a person in New York, New York. And what is it? It is another Spielberg title. This is Close Encounters of the Third Kind, a movie that I just saw in Chicago like 3, maybe 4 weeks ago, but I saw it in 70 millimeter at the Music Box in Chicago, which was great. It looked amazing. It is weird though when you see like a movie in 70 millimeter in an old movie theater on a screen that's like way smaller than your typical, movie house, at least here in Orlando. Here in Orlando, our regular screens are massive. And so when you see it in a little kitschy repertory theater in 70 millimeter, it looks good in 70 millimeter on that tiny screen, but it's still a tiny screen. It was interesting. Also, not my favorite Spielberg movie. I don't dislike it, but I know some people really love this, and I'm just, it's in the middle for me when it comes to Spielberg movies. So, okay, let's do another one here pretty fast because I got a lot of little packages. And this one is probably from somebody on eBay from Apple Valley, California. And let's see what this is. Ooh, Civil War on 4K. This is the A24 war movie, written and directed by Alex Garland. This one came out like last year or so. Super fun. I'm collecting all of the A24 releases, and this is definitely one of them, kind of their first entry into bigger budget movies. And this was a good one. I liked it. Can't wait to rewatch it, and now I'm going to add it to my shelf. All right, let's go another one. This one is from Columbus, Ohio, probably eBay, I imagine. Let's try to get this open a little better than it was. Okay, another Spielberg movie. So I evidently, in this area of the closet, this was me trying to catch up on my Spielberg 4K upgrades. I already have every movie that Spielberg made on Blu-ray, but some of them have 4Ks, and so now I'm upgrading them one by one to 4K, including this one. the post. 4K Ultra HD, no code on this one, but I'm excited to upgrade it. I'm right? This is a Spielberg movie? I've only seen it once. I'm like 99% sure. Yep, Oscar winner Steven Spielberg. Okay. Sometimes I second guess when I'm just going off the dome and I haven't really thought through what I'm going to say. All right, this one is from Memphis, Tennessee. Came USPS ground, and it's District 9. District 9, brand new, sealed on 4K. I have this on Blu-ray. Didn't have it on 4K, and now I do. It's sealed, so I'll put it on my shelf sealed, and maybe someday I'll open it. But I'm kind of on the hunt for a used copy, and then I'll resell this copy of District 9. No idea what I paid for these, but if you've watched the channel for a while, you know that I try not to pay much more than about $10 per Blu-ray that's used or new. So I couldn't tell you exactly what I paid for those, but I imagine it was around $10. Some of these I'm going to be able to give you the prices. Some of them, the prices are just, they're lost to time at this point. Okay, here's some more. Ooh, that's a fun box. All right, let's do this first. This is another eBay package from Memphis, Tennessee. And let's see what was in this. Here we go, a couple of 4Ks. First up, Phantom Thread on 4K. This is a movie by Paul Thomas Anderson that I love. It's a drama. It was Daniel Day-Lewis's last movie before he retired. But he is releasing a movie right now. He stayed retired for like 6 or 7 years, and now he's coming back. His son directed a movie, and so he decided to star in that. Hopefully it's a good movie. Hopefully it's not just like, oh, maybe if you come out of retirement, people will pay attention to my movie. That's the cynical way to look at it. I'm just hoping it's a good movie because I like Daniel Day-Lewis as an actor, and I want yet another good movie with him. So, okay, brand new though. If I found a used copy, I will put that on my shelf. For now, I'm going to put this brand new copy, and if I get the itch, I'll open it. All right, then we've got Monty Python's Meaning of Life, brand new, fun comedy. If you know, you know when it comes to Monty Python. This is, in my opinion, one of their big three. Between that and, I don't know, oh, what's the movie with the most famous one? The one that... you know what I'm talking about. The one that's set in medieval times. Holy Grail, Quest for the Holy Grail. And then you've got Meaning of Life. And you've got the one that spoofs like the time of Jesus, Life of Brian. To me, those are the big three. Okay, Sully, directed by Clint Eastwood, starring Tom Hanks. Great disaster movie about a true American hero, I would say. Okay, so that was it for those. And let's do this box right here because this box is going to be fun. Now, I believe I got this box from Amazon, and it was a long while ago. It's a big box, and it was probably like a Prime Day sale or a Black Friday sale or something like that, but I've been holding onto these for a while. Here we go. The Northman, great movie. Robert Eggers, the guy who directed The Lighthouse, amongst others. Super fun, like Viking movie. I'm sure most of you guys have seen it, but if you have not, you should check it out. Look, it's 5 stars. Can't go wrong. Brand new, sealed. Hopefully I'll find a used copy someday before I open that one. But who knows? I might just open it tonight and watch it. Okay. The Daniel Craig collection. This is the 5-film collection. This is the entirety of Daniel Craig's stint as Bond. This is brand new and sealed because they came from Amazon. And yeah, I have like the 4-film collection in 4K and then the 5th film on Blu-ray. So I'm just going to replace all of that, resell those, and keep this 5-film collection because that's the whole thing, right? Then we've got the Alfred Hitchcock collection. There's 3 of these. I have all 3. I don't remember if 2 of them are on the shelf and 1 of them is in these packages, or if this is the last of them, or I don't remember. But didn't have this one of the 3, and now I do. I think I've seen Rope. And that's about it. Haven't seen these other three. So as they go deeper into the Alfred Hitchcock Classics collection, they're definitely getting more movies that I personally have not already seen. But I'd love to see, all the classics from Alfred Hitchcock. I've seen most of them. I've seen the ones people talk about. He has like 80 movies or something crazy like that. So I definitely haven't seen most of them, but I've probably seen 5 to 8 of them. All right, and here's the big boy. This is the 30th anniversary 4K box from Sony Pictures Classics. This came out like a year or two ago, and then it went on sale. And man, do I wish I knew exactly what I paid for this. But the chances are very good I paid less than $10 per title when you average it out. You've got Orlando, The Celluloid Closet, City of Lost Children, SLC Punk, Run Lola Run. This is a big one for me. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, another big one. Devil's Backbone, another big one. Volver. Synecdoche, New York is like so good. If you have not seen Synecdoche, New York, definitely check it out. Still Alice, haven't seen it, but Julianne Moore, best actress ever of all time, probably. And then you've got Call Me By Your Name, which a lot of people love. I was, 50-50 on it. It's fine. But I know a lot of people love that. A bunch of these you can only get in the set, or you could only get it in the set at the time. I think Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon got a singular release, and maybe Run Lola Run does now. But when I bought this, it was mainly for Run Lola Run and Synecdoche, New York, because this was the only place you could get them. I think Synecdoche, New York is still just this release, and I think maybe Run Lola Run has gotten a 4K since then. But yeah, so this was like a Prime Day purchase or something last year, I'm guessing. And now I get to put them back on my shelf. Not in my closet, buried where I can't see them. Put them in my collection, which is the goal. It's to get these out of the closet and up into the collection. Let's do some Blu-rays. Man, I feel like I'm barely making a dent. I keep looking over there, and there's too many. There's just too many. Okay. Here's a bag of Blu-rays, and likely a receipt in here. Here we go. This, can't tell you the date on this, but I paid $21.50 for everything in this bag. And we'll put that over here. Notorious, the collector's edition. This is, what's this guy's name? Notorious B.I.G. And is this a documentary or like, okay, includes theatrical versions of the film. I have no idea. I'm guessing this is after he passed away. Somebody made a biopic, and it's either worth something or I thought it was interesting when I was at this Cash America pawn shop. Okay, so I should say I paid $21.50 for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 movies. So what is that, like $2.50 roughly each? So there we go. Notorious. We got a Blu-ray double feature here, Pure Country and Pure Country 2. I don't give a crap about this, so it probably has good resale value. That would be my guess. No digital code on that one, and no digital code on that one. Then you got Monsters. I love this movie. This is awesome. I know why I picked this up, because I want this movie on Blu-ray, and evidently I have it. It's a great one. So this was directed by Gareth Edwards, who went on to direct Rogue One, I think, amongst other things. But I think he's most famous for Rogue One. And this was like his first no-budget movie. Hustle and Flow, super fun movie, very music-centric, about the music industry. I believe somebody won an Oscar, like the band originally, or the the rap group who contributed music, I think, to Hustle and Flow, won an Oscar, and it was pretty wild at the time. Then we've got Heist, starring Jeffrey Dean Morgan, Robert De Niro, Kate Bosworth, with a slipcover, and Heist. Oh, there you go. There's Heist, and there is a good shot of the code in Heist. Whoever grabs it first keeps it. And I don't know anything about this movie. I've never seen it, but I do like heist movies. And for that price, you know, can't go wrong. All right, let me just check the chat here real quick. Vanilla Sky is a cruise favorite for me. Interesting, the Blu-ray is the one from Paramount Presents, like that collection for the original poster slipcovers. And then this person says, I never bought a movie on eBay, just Mercari. Do I type in 4K lots on eBay? Yes, type in 4K lots and put a watch on it. It'll send you an email once a day for everything that's been posted recently, and then get into the game for sure. Okay, then we've got Zoolander on Blu-ray, Steelbook. And the Steelbook looks pretty nice. I mean, there's like some incidental scratches right there, but like this is very normal shelfware, nothing too crazy. I actually own this already on Blu-ray, but my copy is sealed. And so I was excited to, oh, there's another digital copy. I'm just gonna give you guys this one too, because I don't really care about it. There you go. There's a digital copy. You guys caught me on the right day. If you're a digital copy hunting. So yeah, Zoolander. Fun one. Replacing my brand new copy on the shelf and putting the used. Valley of Elah, I think. Masterful film. Never seen it. I think it's about a veteran or something like that. Don't know much about this one, but I'm interested just based on the cast alone. You got Tommy Lee Jones. You got Charlize Theron. And I'm on board. Susan Sarandon. Then we've got a triple feature, H2O, 20 years later, Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers, and Halloween Resurrection. So kind of like the We Don't Know What We're Doing with Halloween trilogy of movies that they kind of did between all the Halloween runs. And yeah, this is a triple feature. I don't own any of those on Blu-ray or 4K, and so now I do. And one little package, so it doesn't take up too much shelf space, and I'm into it. So there we go. $21.50 at a pawn shop. This was Cash America here in Florida, and no date on that one, so I couldn't tell you exactly when. But not within the last 18 months, as we've learned. Okay, let's keep going with these pawn shop / thrift store bags. Okay, we can get rid of these. These are burned. I'm assuming they're going to be burned codes. Burned meaning somebody's going to. Okay, here we go. This is a bag. I don't know where this bag is from. It's not Claire's, clearly, so this is probably like a thrift store. No idea what I paid for this, but it's Category 7, starring Randy Quaid, Shannon Doherty, and Gina Gershon. I am positive this movie is awful. I've never heard of it. I probably didn't pay much for this, and I picked it up just purely out of curiosity because of that cast. Echo Bridge Entertainment, which is long since out of business. What year is this? 2008. So the early days of Blu-ray. I think Blu-ray was like 06, 07 when they first started releasing them. So early days of Blu-ray, probably an awful movie, but that cast, I couldn't pass it up. Plus, it was probably very cheap. Otherwise, I wouldn't have picked it up. Just because of the cast. I'm not crazy. Okay, another pawn shop. And here we go. This was a La Familia, which is a pawn shop in Orlando, Florida. No date on this, but evidently I paid $4.84 total for these titles. Looks like 3 titles. And we've got Super Troopers, brand new and sealed. And I already own this, so I'm guessing I bought it to resell it to help pay for some of the other titles I'm going to keep. And for $4.84 total, I guess I probably paid a couple bucks for each of these, if not a little less than a couple bucks. So Super Troopers, Never Ending Story, another one sealed. I already own a copy of this, so probably reselling. And then Never Ending Story 2, which I already own on Blu-ray as well, probably reselling. I bet I bought these just because they were sealed, and they probably fetch like, I'm just guessing here, but like $4 to $7 each. And so I'll get all my money back and then some when I decide to resell them. which I'm definitely going to do because I have no need for those titles brand new and sealed when I already have them unsealed. Okay, I'm just going to put some of these back because by back I mean like over here, just to kind of keep this somewhat organized chaos at this point. Welcome to everybody watching. I have no clue how many. I'm not even going to look. But okay, this was, I don't know where the receipt is for this one, so I don't know what I paid for these, but just looking for a receipt real quick. But I know this was a thrift store because there's a title in here that I remember being really excited about at the time. Okay, this is a 3-pack Blu-ray. You got The Possession, Cabin in the Woods, and Sinister. I have Cabin in the Woods on 4K. These two I do not have, so I'm going to add this to my shelf. And there's a digital copy in there as well for all 3 of them. And I'm going to keep those. I don't know what I'm going to do with them yet. Maybe I'll also give those away at some point. But for now, I'm keeping those. Okay, so there's 3 movies in there, and then you got Anaconda, which they remade and they're ramping up to start promoting the new Anaconda movie. They basically turned it into a comedy. And I don't love that because the original Anaconda, I think when they made it, they thought it was a serious movie. And it turns out it's actually pretty hilarious. It's pretty campy, and it's hard to tell whether they intended it for it to be that way. I don't really care if they intended it to be that way because it plays like they didn't. And I have a lot of fun with this movie. I've seen it multiple times. There's a shot in this movie where they're kind of like panning a waterfall. And at first glance, it's just a totally normal, boring shot in a movie. But if you look real close, they have reversed the footage because the waterfall is flowing the wrong direction, which is weird. Just a little production mistake. I'm sure they thought nobody would notice. I noticed, and I'm sure other people did too. It's weird. Go on YouTube, search Anaconda reverse waterfall. WrestleMania. Oh man, my Roman numerals 26. I doubt I paid $5.99 for this. I'm guessing that's an old sticker. And this is probably worth something. Otherwise, I wouldn't buy it because I don't really collect wrestling Blu-rays. But here it is, WrestleMania 26. There's the collector's edition. I don't think there's no code for with this, but there's your disc 1. Oh, there's a Hall of Fame disc and a Raw and a SmackDown. Just random Raws and SmackDowns. Man, they were WWE has changed quite a bit. Okay, this is the title that I remember this entire haul for. This title is awesome. It's out of print. I've found, this is probably the 3rd one I found. I've never wanted to sell them, but they're worth too much not to sell them. It's Detroit Rock City on Blu-ray. Don't know how much this is worth. I don't think I've heard of like them re-releasing this or putting it out on 4K, and so it's probably still out of print, is my best guess. I have no clue if it's still out of print. But at the time, I was super excited because it was cheap. Nobody knew it was out of print, and I found it out in the wild. So I'm wondering if this is maybe the most valuable Blu-ray, single used Blu-ray in everything that I have over there in the corner. But okay. All right. I'm going to keep Detroit Rock City out because I want to look that one up at some point. Actually, let's just look it up right now. I got a phone, and we're in no rush. Here we go. We're looking up Detroit Rock City. Come on, baby. Big money, big money. Although if it's not out of print anymore, I'm just going to keep it because I enjoy Detroit Rock City. Sue me. All right, here we go. Scanning Detroit Rock City. And we are going to go filter, buy it now, used, show me the sales, sold items. 13 of them have sold. Oh yeah, this baby's still out of print. $34.95, $35, $40, $32. There's a 24, but there's a 46, $35. Here's some people who took offers for 45, 55, 35. Man, here's one that sold $89.99. So yeah, if you see a copy of Detroit Rock City out there, pick it up. Even if you don't want it, resell it. All right, let's keep going and keep making some small dents. Let's keep making dents. I'm hoping I get through all of these, but it probably has more to do with how much energy I have than anything. Okay, so this is a bag, and inside it, there's probably no receipt because I put a little sticky in here that says Milwaukee, $1 each. So I'm guessing I was in Milwaukee for some reason, and I went to a pawn shop, and I found a bunch of Blu-rays for $1 each. Let's see what I got. First up, United 93. This is a great movie. I'm forgetting the name, but it's the guy who did the action series with Matt Damon. Paul Greengrass, that's his name. So we've got the kind of like, I don't know, slip cover that has the jacket on it that you can open up like a book. And then here is the Blu-ray as well. No digital code in that one. And this disc looks weird. It has like, I don't think that's rot, but it has some imperfections in the printing. But the DVD looks good. Why did they like do good printing on the DVD, but the Blu-ray gets shafted with just the single color silk screen? I don't know. I don't get it. This slipcover is not perfect for sure. There's like, you know, the corners all busted up on all corners and stuff like that. But I don't have this yet. And as far as 9/11 movies go, this is like the only good one as far as I'm concerned. Especially when it comes to like dramas made from it. And again, I paid $1 for it. RoboCop trilogy for $1. You got to be kidding me. Love the RoboCop movie, the first movie. I've seen all of them, but I don't remember RoboCop 2 or 3. Probably because when I was a kid, RoboCop, the first one, was like on repeat on HBO. And so I saw that one over and over and over again. I was only seen RoboCop 2 and 3 once. But now I have all 3 waiting for me on the shelf whenever I want to watch them. Definitely adding that to the collection. Clerks 3, Kevin Smith's third Clerks movie with slipcover. Just a beautiful, digital code in that one that I'm going to keep. So yeah, Clerks 3, definitely the worst of the Clerks movie. Not that I hated it, it just didn't work as well as some of the other ones. It was a little too over-sentimental compared to the other ones, in my opinion. But it's Kevin Smith. I'm collecting all of his movies on physical media, and thus I need to own Clerks 3, and I do. All right, here's a 4K Hancock. I got this for $1 in Milwaukee. Hancock. This case is disgusting. It's like, it looks like somebody's cat like vomited on it. So I'm gonna have to replace the case. It looks like the insert is fine, but the case is just absolutely disgusting. This is the worst part about buying secondhand out in the wild. If you get something from like eBay, you generally have a good idea what you're going to get by the description. When you're out and about and you come across a 4K that somebody's cat vomited on, but it's only $1 and like everything but the case is fine, you got to grin and bear it, right? I got to wash my hands. That thing is disgusting. In fact, touching a lot of these all in one go is, yeah, I didn't really think that through, how gross some of these are. Okay, let's keep going. This is the same $1 Milwaukee purchase. You've got The Past, which I did not pay $3.99 for, clearly. And this is from a director, I'm forgetting his name, Iranian director. I've seen like 2 of his movies, and this guy is awesome. This looks like it used to be a rental. Maybe, ooh, it says family video. This used to be a family video rental, which might explain kind of the white or the clear case, but it looks good. Disc looks great. I don't like the little ring, the sticker ring, but what can you do? This is a pretty rare movie because it's more like art house drama. Oh, and the case is all busted here. I'll probably just replace the case on this one. I think it's actually meant for like a smaller case anyway. But this is getting added to the collection. I haven't seen it yet, but based on the 2 I've seen from this director, those were awesome as far as dramas go. It's interesting how he takes like Iranian culture and a culture we're not really used to, but even as an outsider, you can watch it and be like super invested and catch on to, their social hangups, which we have here in America too. Theirs are just different. So, The Past. Don't know if it's good, but I'm hopeful. Speaking of Kevin Smith, this is a triple pack with Chasing Amy, Jay and Silent Bob, and Clerks. I already own this triple pack, but for $1, I'm sure the thought was to resell it at some point. And there is a digital code in that one that I'm keeping. Okay. Arthur and Arthur 2 on the Rocks. This was a 2-movie collection that I got for $1. I've never seen Arthur 2, or if I have, I don't remember. This case is also kind of gross. Not like cat vomit gross, but like enough that I'll try to clean it up. And if it's not cleanable, then I'll just replace the case. Both movies on 1 disc, which concerns me. It means the bit rate's probably not too great on this one. But, it's Arthur, right? Do we really care all that much? As long as it's Blu-ray and decent, then I'm into it. I forget this guy's name, the main character, Dudley Moore. Dudley Moore, I remember him being funny as a kid, but I recently rewatched a movie that I enjoyed as a kid that I watched it and I was like, I don't know what I saw in this. I was way too young to see it. This is like in the late 80s, and maybe I just liked it because it was clearly something I probably shouldn't have been watching. The King of Staten Island, Pete Davidson movie that went to streaming. I didn't even know there was physical versions of this until I saw it in probably a thrift store in Milwaukee. But I enjoyed it and don't mind owning it. Someday I want to rewatch it. I thought it was good. The King of Staten Island. If I get tired of looking at it on the shelf, I'll just resell it. Movie 43, which if you know, this movie is insane. It's just a sequence of short films, basically, with actors that you'll be shocked are in it. It's very much a gross out comedy. I want to say compilation, but that's not the right term for it. But sequence of short stories, each directed by a different director with tons of famous movie stars in it. Famously, pretty awful, but fun to watch. This one is not awful, though. Hannah, directed by Joe Wright, starring Saoirse Ronan and Eric Bana and Cate Blanchett. One of my favorite movies. I don't remember if it's top 100, maybe top 250 of all time, which sounds crazy, but I've seen like nearly 4,000 movies. So if you can get in the top 250 after that, then you're doing all right. Just a great action movie, very suspenseful. I don't think they make Hannah on 4K, but I wish they did because I would be all over it. Also has one of the coolest one-take action sequences that you'll ever see in a movie. So if you're into one-take action sequences, then don't sleep on Hannah. All right, we're doing more. I'm just trying to organize this a little bit because the boxes and the bags are piling up. Okay, Milwaukee $1 each. That's going away. And here's a bag with a receipt in it. Okay, this one is from Chicago, Illinois, and this was 8/21/2025. So not that long ago. This was like just 3 weeks ago or so. When I was in Chicago, I paid $22.05 for the single title in this bag. What could it possibly be that I would pay $22 for it? There we go. It's The Substance on 4K. This is another one that like I have no confidence I will ever find this out in the wild at a thrift store, just because it's a very specific movie. It is not a mass market Marvel movie that they're going to have a million copies and people are pawning them or sending them to thrift stores. So I bit the bullet and I bought it used at a store, at a like a media trade, basically a video game store, physical video game store that also had movies. And $22 was basically what it cost on eBay with no guarantee of a slipcover, minus the shipping. So I think this was like 27-ish to buy on eBay after the shipping. And since I didn't have to pay shipping, I was roughly paying the same amount as it goes on the market before the shipping. And I'm hoping the sticker comes off pretty easily. I'm assuming it does, just because they cater to collectors at that type of place. So I'm assuming they won't leave a lot of residue. Okay, let's keep going. This is an Amazon package that has a couple titles in it. I'm sure I actually got this from Amazon. Here we go. They're 4Ks. Sugarland Express, brand new. Another Steven Spielberg movie. Another movie I already own on Blu-ray, but needed to make the 4K upgrade. And so that's what this is. Then you've got The Departed without slipcover, brand new in the package. Another one that I think I'll probably eventually be able to find a used version of this, just because I'm sure they sold a lot of The Departed on 4K. Eventually somebody's going to put it in a lot so I can get it cheaper. But for now, I'm going to throw it on my shelf and maybe I'll open it if I get impatient. And then here's the original Twister, Helen Hunt, Bill Paxton, goofy, campy 90s classic, brand new. And I think both of these I'll be able to find on the aftermarket opened at some point. Sugarland Express with slipcover, a little harder just because not that many people are buying old Spielberg movies that are not like the big titles like Close Encounters and E.T. and stuff like that. Okay. Let me throw these over here and we will get more boxes. I would say, I don't know, we're maybe a quarter through at this point. Maybe a quarter. I don't know for sure, but okay. Let's see. This bag I bought at Brightline Books. This was here in Orlando. And I don't know the date on this, but this was not, oh, there we go, 2/28/25. So February of this year, I bought these 4Ks. I believe these are all 4Ks. And if they were, what did I say, 92? They were 9407. So I'm guessing how many are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's 9 in here. So roughly $10 each, maybe like $10.50 by the time you average it out. Okay. Punch Drunk Love. This only comes in one of the Paramount Classics collections. So somebody broke up their collection and put Punch Drunk Love in it, and or didn't want the Punch Drunk Love for some reason. And so there it was at a used bookstore that also sells physical media here in Orlando. Punch Drunk Love, just a classic P.T. Anderson movie starring Adam Sandler. It was a great one. And The Woman King, awesome action movie based on true events. Yeah, I love this. No digital code. Tootsie, this is another one that came out of one of those Paramount collections. I mean, these slipcovers are minty, and I don't know what these go for individually, but $10 for any 4K is not bad. There we go, Tootsie. Never seen it. Not saying I'm clamoring to see it or anything, but I mean, it's a Dustin Hoffman movie from back in the day. Okay, I mentioned Synecdoche, New York, and that big old Sony set and how it was exclusive. So I found it used at this bookstore. This is the version that's in that big Sony set. And so I found it used, and this was one of the 2 titles. If you remember, I said that there wasn't a individual release at the time I bought that set that I really wanted. And so now I don't need to keep the set for Synecdoche, New York. I might need to keep it for other reasons, but I don't need to keep it for Synecdoche, New York. Ted on 4K. I know people love this movie. I don't really care that much about it. For $10, I don't remember if I planned on reselling it or giving it a watch and then reselling it. I don't remember. But I bought it for one reason or another. Toy Story 4. I have the other Toy Stories in 4K, and even though this one isn't my favorite, looks like I paid $7.99 for this one, so not even $10. It's got a busted case. You can see it right here, so I'm gonna have to replace the case. But yeah, I didn't mind Toy Story 4, but also I think I found it unnecessary, if memory serves. Then we've got The Gift, which is a great one. Cate Blanchett, Giovanni Ribisi, Keanu Reeves, Katie Holmes, amongst others. Yeah, this is a great one. Sam Raimi movie, mystery thriller, I would say. 4K, I didn't even know this was out in 4K. And then when I saw it on the shelf for $10, I was like, that's a bingo, especially with the perfect slipcover. Okay, here's some more. Call Me By Your Name was another movie in that Sony set that I said, I believe this is the only way to get Call Me By Your Name on 4K is in that set, and somebody parted it out. And so I grabbed a copy. And so I think maybe I'm going to sell that Sony set, which was still sealed, because there were only really 3 movies in there that were exclusive to it that I wanted. 2 of them are already in here, and there's the 3rd, Run Lola Run, in 4K from the Sony set. I don't remember if there's an individual sale version of this, but this is the one from the Sony Pictures Classic set that I got for $9.99 with a flawless slipcover. So there you go, $90, roughly $90.30 some odd cents each for all of those at a bookstore in Orlando, used bookstore. Okay. I'm going to put these over here, and let's grab another box. All right. After this one, I'm going to grab some water. Okay. This is a big old box. It's got a sticky on it. eBay 4K, $116.63. So evidently, that's what I paid for this. And I'm going to open the box, and we'll see what's inside of it. Oh, yeah. This is a fun one. Okay, so these are all 4Ks. And there we go. I'm just making some room over here. Talk to Me from A24. This is a horror movie I've never seen, but I know people love it. And so I'm collecting all the A24 releases. And this is one of them, and it's actually one I want to watch at some point. So I'm not against owning it or anything, but no digital code or anything like that in it. But Talk to Me. Let me know if you guys have seen that one. This one, I wish this wasn't brand new, because it's probably worth reselling more than what I paid for it. But Drive, I absolutely love this movie from Nicholas Winding Refn. I forget the super famous guy that stars in it. You guys know who I'm talking about. Drive is great. Great movie. Creep Show on 4K, another HBO staple from back in the day. I've seen this, but it's been years, and this one is brand new and sealed. I don't really care about this movie. It's likely worth more resale since it's a Scream Factory title, and it's got the minty slipcover, still sealed. Probably reselling it to help pay for some of these other titles. This one as well, Dead Silence, still brand new and sealed. Don't really know much about this. Don't remember it even coming out. Another Scream Factory one with a minty slipcover, and so probably reselling it to help pay for Talk to Me, Drive, and the final title in here. This is the Midsommar director's cut A24 release. This is also sealed, and I don't necessarily want to open this. I wish I had a used copy, but for now I'll throw it on the shelf. I own like the standard Blu-ray version of this, but this is the 4K with Blu-ray, I believe, or maybe it's just the 4K. I don't remember, but still sealed. It was in this set for $116.63, ordered from somebody on eBay. All right. So we are slowly but surely getting there. Let's grab this box. And here we go. This is an eBay box, has a sticker on it. $59.30, and this came from Memphis, Tennessee. Memphis, Tennessee, $59.30, eBay 4Ks. There's 5 of them here, so basically paid 12 bucks each. And they're all brand new and sealed. Big Fish, Tim Burton movie, love it. Brand new and sealed. Step Brothers, love it. Brand new and sealed. Will Ferrell, John C. Reilly, love that movie. Not sure I need it in 4K, but hey, I got it in 4K. Snatch, brand new and sealed. Guy Ritchie movie, Brad Pitt, super fun. Zero Dark 30, also great. This what's her name? Catherine Bigelow. Yeah, Catherine Bigelow, directed by Catherine Bigelow, and it's about when we got Osama bin Laden. Some of this is they figured out that some of it's a little exaggerated, but still a good movie. And Ghostbusters 2 on 4K. I have Ghostbusters 1. I'm sure I'll be able to find this used at some point, so I'm probably not going to open it. But if I get wily and really want to watch it, I will. So there we go. 5 4K titles, $59.30 total. And let me throw those away, and I'll go get some more. I knew this was a lot, but I didn't know that this was this much, to be honest. This is a lot. This is like 18 months of ordering things and then not opening them or putting them on the shelf for the most part. Okay. This is another box, probably from eBay. I don't see a post-it, so I don't really know how much I paid for these. But again, I try not to pay more than $10 each, so it's probably around there. Is there a movie or collection that you loved so much that you had to pay full price? Yes. Earlier on in this stream, I showed Brotherhood of the Wolf, which I paid $28 for, which is a great movie. And that's one that I paid, I don't know if that's full price, but it wasn't used. It was brand new. And I just bought it, I think off Amazon, full price, because I wanted to own it. So yes, occasionally, but not often, I will do that. Okay, there are, again, I don't remember how much I paid for these, but probably not more than $10 each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 4Ks in here. Midnight Run, Shout Select, brand new and sealed. Never seen it, but Robert De Niro, Charles Grodin. I'm not against checking it out at some point. Probably won't open it for that. But Platoon, which one of my favorite war movies of all time. Another Shout Select. I think all of these are Shout Select. Yeah, all of these are Shout Select. So yeah, Platoon in a perfect slipcover, and there's the discs on the inside. Really enjoy this movie, and I'm excited to add that one to the shelf for sure. Deer Hunter, I already own this exact version, the Shout Select version, and this one's sealed, so I'm going to resell this one. Hopefully it'll help pay for at least one of these titles that I'm going to keep. Al Pacino in Scent of a Woman, and this one, the slipcover is like all kind of banged up with like weird coloring, so it's not a perfect slipcover, but it is still brand new and sealed. And never seen this movie. I don't know. I'm not going to open a 4K for it, to be honest. But I might open this one, Point Break, the original Point Break, Patrick Swayze, Keanu Reeves. I mean, one of the best heist action movies of all time, in what, 80s or early 90s classic, 1991, early 90s classic. And this is brand new and sealed, but I might have to open it. It's definitely going on my shelf, not reselling. Maybe I'll come across a used version, but probably not. These Shout Select titles, the chances of you finding that at a pawn shop or a thrift store are very slim, I would say. Very slim. Clue, one of my favorite mystery movies of all time. I watched this like a million times as a kid, and I love it, and so excited to own it on 4K. Used, already open, don't even have to feel bad about it. Going on my shelf for as long as I have a collection. Streets of Fire, a movie I've seen a long time ago. I remember it being weird and fun in like a 80s way, right? 80s or late 70s? 80s, 1984. Probably need to rewatch it at some point, but here we go. Got it on Shout Select. So again, I don't know what I paid for these, but there are 7 of them. And there's some great ones in there, and some that I'm sure will do well on resale, even if I don't remember how much they're worth at the very moment. Okay. All right. I definitely need to take a drink of water. So if you'll excuse the gulping. Here we go. All right. Let's keep going. All right, people, let's keep going. These are like pawn shops or thrift stores. We're back to like the standard Blu-rays. In this bag, this was $7/12/24, and it was Exotic Pawn in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. So evidently I was in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and I bought 2 Blu-rays for $6, so $3 each, I guess. Which is actually a little more than I would normally pay, but evidently there's something about these. Trance, James McAvoy, Vincent Cassell, Rosario Dawson. This is an interesting movie because it's like part psychologist, like a guy in therapy, and also part like spy thriller type thing. Something like that. I don't remember too much about it, but it's a good one. And also directed by Danny Boyle. Yeah. Danny Boyle, the 127 Hours guy, the 28 Days Later guy, other movies that have numbers in them. That guy. And then we've got On the Riviera. This is an old movie, clearly. What year is 1951, nominated for 2 Academy Awards. I've never seen it. I'm sure it's worth something, and I probably planned to resell it. Looks like it might be sealed. It's still kind of sealed. It's sealed at the top, but does not have its shrink wrap, obviously. So I can probably sell it as brand new and sealed, and then, brand new, and then specify it's not sealed, like shrink wrap sealed, but it is brand new and never been played, never been opened. Okay, let's keep going with these little pawn shop purchases. Okay, this one's not a pawn shop, but this was, I remember this. I think this whole bag is from Louisiana. It's a trip I took to Louisiana in 2024. This was a Walmart where I bought 2 titles for a total of $54.76. So this is what I got. I bought 2 copies of Brandon Lee in The Crow on 4K. These are steel books with slipcovers, like the plastic slipcovers. And not only do I love The Crow, but the reason why I bought 2 of these is I think I scanned it in the Walmart, and they were selling on eBay for like $50 plus. And so I was like, these are like $25 to me right now in this moment. So I bought 2 of them, hoping to resell one of them so that I could keep the other. That was a year ago. I have no clue if this one is worth, if either of them are still worth $50, but they're both brand new and sealed. And we'll check it out. In fact, maybe this will be another one that I scan right now just to see, did I snooze and lose on that idea? The idea that I'm going to buy 2, sell 1, and it looks like they are going for, okay, new, buy it now, sold items. Okay, so we've got one up there that sold for 30, which would basically give me my money back, but here's one for 40, 55, 40, 40, 41, 60, 42, 48, 45. Well, there's one for $100, what, $99.99, and another one for 40. So I guess that means that it's possible that I could sell one of them and get my money back on the other one, be able to keep it for free. I'll probably have to wait, though, a long time to be able to get the full money back, but that's okay. Yeah, what can you do? It's part of the game, right? Especially when you sit on a title for so long. I think it's actually gone down in price a little bit. Okay, and then here's a bunch of titles that I'm pretty sure I got for $1 each, but I don't have the receipt, so I can't tell you for sure, but I'm pretty sure I got these for $1 each. I remember being in Louisiana, and there was a physical media store that was struggling, and I started talking to the guy, and he was like, I'm probably shutting down in a couple months. And then I asked him if I bought a bunch of titles, like what would he charge me? And he just said $1 each. So I was like, all right, let's do it. So I got a bunch of them, and let's run through them fairly quickly. Rumble in the Bronx, great Jackie Chan movie. No digital code. The Rogers and Hammerstein collection. I'm pretty sure, if memory serves, I paid $8 for this. Like, basically, it was $1 a title we agreed on. And since this is like a collection with all these old Rogers and Hammerstein movies, Oklahoma, The King and I, Carousel, South Pacific, The Sound of Music, bunch of musicals in here that I don't have in my collection. East of Eden, starring James Dean, amongst others. Never seen it. I don't think James Dean was really in that many movies, but I definitely don't have that one, and it's a classic. The White Ribbon by Michael Haneke, which is the guy who made Funny Games and Melancholia and a bunch of other like art housey drama movies that are weird but good. Evidently, this got 2 Academy Award nominations for Best Foreign Language Film and Best Cinematography. And I remember when it came out, people were talking about it. This is in the old school rental case from Blockbuster. So I'm going to have to replace the case at some point. But White Ribbon, never seen it. I'm into it. Toy Soldiers, a 2-pack. Toy Soldiers and December. Haven't seen either of these movies. Somehow I haven't seen Toy Soldiers. That's definitely an 80s movie. And another one where they fit both movies on the same disc. Hopefully the compression isn't too bad. The Host, brand new and sealed. This is from Bong Joon-ho, the director of what's that movie? It literally won Best Picture a couple years ago. About the family who lives in a house. I know you guys know what I'm talking about. Bong Joon-ho, great director, got Best Film with a thriller from South Korea. First foreign language movie to ever win Best Picture. Okay, The Prophecy Collection, a 4-film set from Miramax. The Prophecy, Prophecy 3, Prophecy Uprising, and Prophecy Forsaken. What happened to Prophecy 2? Huh. Was there no Prophecy 2, or did one of those other ones Prophecy 2? They skipped Prophecy 2. The Prophecy from the year 1995, Prophecy 3 from 2000, Prophecy Uprising 2005, Prophecy Forsaken 2005. So I don't know. I've never seen any of these movies. I just like Christopher Walken. And so I don't know. Was there a Prophecy 2, or did they skip 2? Did they go right to 3? I have no clue. Another collection, Final Destination 2, 3, and Final Destination? Or is that a reboot of Final Destination? Have they rebooted Final Destination twice? I don't know, but 4 movies, 1 package. I love it. Be Kind Rewind. Again, I paid $1 for this. The case sucks. I believe it's like a photocopy of a case, and this is maybe like a old rental store copy of the movie. So I probably need to replace the case. Oh, it looks like it was a library, the East Baton Rouge Parish Library. But I love Be Kind Rewind. It's a movie by Michel Gondry, who made a bunch of wacky movies from the 90s and 2000s, the aughts. And I like Jack Black and Mos Def as well. So here we go. Pursued, directed by Raoul Welch with a minty slipcover. This is an old movie, clearly, 1947. Don't know much about it, but man, old movies and slipcovers, even if I'm going to resell it, I bet that's worth something. Couldn't tell you what. Cleopatra, starring Elizabeth Taylor on Blu-ray. Another one with a minty slipcover. Another classic movie, 1963 for this one. And 2 discs. I think it's an epic, and it's really long. Let's see what the runtime on this one is. 251 minutes. 251 minutes for Cleopatra. Okay. Caveman Movies, love Midnight Run. Everyone in the chat, please hit the like button. Yeah, I appreciate that if you want to do that. If you don't want to do that, that's fine too. How is the condo remodeling going? It's going okay. I still have 2 bathrooms that are in mid-remodel, but they both have showers and sinks and toilets. So it's mainly me just finishing up the details. It's not like I don't have a bathroom to use, which there was a time where that was the case for a little while. So I'm getting close to remodeling being done. The 1-2 punch of remodeling and my work getting extremely busy. I work freelance marketing. So when clients are ready to pay me for something, I have to jump on it. The combination of the remodeling and work picking up basically killed the Blu-ray channel as far as like me actually making progress and releasing regular videos. And so this is me just blowing out all the stuff that I have purchased but didn't make videos on for the last year and a half. I'm just going to keep going until I run out of batteries or I run out of voice. Speaking of which, let's keep going. The Treasure of the Sierra Madre, starring Humphrey Bogart. Another movie. I think I've seen this, but I'm not 100% positive. Actually, in looking at the screenshot on the back, I am pretty sure I have seen this. And it was slow until the very end. And then there's like kind of a crazy shootout, considering this movie is from 1947. But my vague memory of it is that it's good. Marlon Brando, Mutiny on the Bounty. Another classic I've never seen. Again, for $1, some of these classics, I was like, I've heard of this movie. It's a classic. It's $1. Even if I don't want it, I can resell it. Yeah, 1962 for Mutiny on the Bounty. If anybody's seen that, let me know if I should check it out. The Great Race. Jack Lemmon, Natalie Wood, Tony Curtis. Another classic. This one from 1965. And this looks fun. Looks like a wacky time. Case is all busted up, so I'm going to have to replace the case. But probably reselling it because it's probably worth something. Peter Sellers' The Party. 1968. This is a Kino release, so boutique Blu-ray. And The Party. Never seen it. Don't know anything about it. But looks like a comedy as well. Some kind, maybe even like a sex comedy or something like that. Don't know much about it. Anyway, so yeah, this is from a physical media store in Louisiana that he said was going to soon go out of business. He charged me $1 each. I did tell him, like, if you sell these individually on eBay, you make a lot more money. And he was like, I can't be bothered. So his loss, my gain on these titles. All right. I gotta go put these down over here, and then I will be back in frame in a minute with more. I would say we're getting close to halfway. I don't want to say we're halfway, because I don't think we're quite halfway, but I think we're inching towards halfway. All right. I'm curious to know how long this is going to be by the end of it all. Okay, this was a box from eBay, $98.85. I don't know what these other things. Oh, okay, this is a Criterion and Blu-ray box. So probably going to be Criterion titles and Blu-rays in here, from Swanson, Massachusetts, all the way to Orlando. And oh yeah, these are fun. There's some DVDs in here too. DVDs. All right, let's do the DVDs real quick. Aliens Collector's Edition. So this is Alien and Aliens on Blu-ray, on DVD rather. I'm going to resell them if they're worth anything. A lot of DVDs aren't worth anything anymore. Ricky O, The Story of Ricky. I don't know anything about this, but it's on DVD. This is clearly like a big lot that I bought from somebody, and whenever I price out lots, like figuring out how much I would pay for it, I don't even count the DVDs. I just count the Blu-rays and the 4Ks, and then that's how I figure it out. The DVDs, if they sell for anything, great, but they don't have to. They could be total garbage, and it's fine because I know I haven't overpaid. Okay, Battle Royale. This is not new, but somebody put it in like a protective sleeve for some reason. That sticker is actually on the case itself. And I love Battle Royale. It's awesome. At one point I owned it on 4K, but I resold it because it went out of print, and I had already seen the original, and I didn't really have any interest in the sequels because it was like a set that I got in the lot. But I'll probably keep this one on my shelf just because, yeah, I want to own a copy of Battle Royale. Okay, just to speed this up, Snowpiercer, awesome movie, another Bong Joon-ho movie. Drive, we saw the 4K of this in another box that we already opened. Dunkirk and The Dark Knight. So two Christopher Nolan classics and Blu-rays. I already have these on 4K, so pretty much all of these are getting resold in some way, shape, or form. The Lost Boys, another one that I think I have on 4K. If not, I have it on Blu-ray, but likely I have it on 4K as well. So probably being resold. Carrie, the original Carrie from Brian De Palma, starring Sissy Spacek and Travolta. And this case sucks, but it looks like the insert's fine. And I'm sure the movie is fine as well. All right. Now I think we're closer to the meat of why I bought this lot. We've got Vestron Video with David Cronenberg's Shivers with minty slipcover. This is the Blu-ray release. I don't know if there's a 4K of this. I doubt it, but there you go. Shivers, David Cronenberg. Never seen this, but I like David Cronenberg, and this, I believe, is one of his earlier entries to his filmography, but I'm excited about Shivers. Okay, Rogue One, a Star Wars story on Blu-ray with minty slipcover. I know at some point these had gone up in value because for some reason Disney stopped manufacturing them. So I don't know how much this fetches on eBay, but might be worth a little scan or do here just to figure out if I'm way off base here. I think this might be worth more than you'd imagine. And I'm wrong. This is worth about $5 on eBay. Roughly $5. Nothing too crazy. All right. Happy Birthday to Me on Blu-ray. Never seen this movie. I believe it's older, right? This is 1980. So probably a campy horror movie. If you in the chat have seen this, just let me know. Should I keep it? I like cheesy horror movies that don't feel too devious, that try to feel fun. Nosferatu from Olive, which is a boutique Blu-ray. This is Orson Welles' directed movie. and it has a great slip cover, very tight hold on that that Blu-ray on the inside. There we go. Olive signature, just like flawless quality on this. It feels like I just unwrapped it, basically. Disc 1 is back there. Here's disc 2. I've never seen this, but I'm into it. I mean, just the presentation of the package alone has me excited about adding it to the shelf. Here we go. We got some Criterions. The Elephant Man, directed by David Lynch. One of the few David Lynch movies I have not seen, and I'm into it. Again, another one that's just kind of basically flawless. Just a Criterion that I didn't have, or actually I do think I have this in my collection. It's just I have a sealed copy, so I'll probably sell my sealed copy and add this one to the shelf. Another David Lynch movie on Criterion, Mulholland Drive. I'm pretty sure I have this on 4K on the shelf, and this is the Blu-ray, and so probably going to resell this one as well, and hopefully it'll help pay for some of the other titles in this specific haul that I plan on keeping. There we go, Mulholland Drive. Ugetsu, Criterion. Pretty sure I already have this one too, so probably reselling. Just flawless Criterion. I guess you call these box sets. They're the ones that aren't in the Criterion, clear case. I don't know, or maybe collector's editions they call those. Samurai Trilogy. This is not brand new, just another one that's in the, somebody put it in a protector. So this is actually 3 movies, the Samurai Trilogy. Pretty sure this is like at least worth like $50 or so, and I already have it used, so I'm going to resell that one. Straw Dogs. This is a Criterion title I didn't own. Now I do. Adding it to the shelf as well. I'm trying to collect all the Criterion collection, like every single spine number on Blu-ray or 4K, whatever they're available. And Naked Island, another one I did not have. I know nothing about it. It's from 1960. It's described as documentary-like, dialogue-free. Okay, interesting. Yeah, I'm into it, and I didn't own it, and so now I can add it to my Criterion shelf, another spine number down. So yeah, all of those and these worthless DVDs, $95. And I'm pretty sure that's a decent price just because of how many like Criterions were in there and the other kind of boutique Blu-rays that were in that pile, basically. Even if Rogue One, A Star Wars Story, isn't worth near as much as I remember it being worth. Okay. Let me just get these out of here, and then we will we'll go back to it. DVDs, Criterions. Okay, let's just keep doing boxes. Boxes on boxes. All right. Here's a box. Ooh, okay, this is a good one. This is a box. This was from eBay. This was not that long ago, probably like 2 or 3 months ago. There's only one title in this big old box, and it's one I'm super excited about. I wish I could remember what I paid for this. I think it was like $130 or something like that. $130 for one set of movies. A little more than I pay on average per title, but that's the only way you're going to get this, I think. Yeah, like you'd have to be very lucky to find it out in the wild. Pretty much the only way to get this, because I think it's not even. I think it might be out of print. I'm pretty sure it's like a Best Buy exclusive, and they long since stopped selling it. It's of course the Skywalker Saga on 4K. So I only own some of the newer Star Wars movies on 4K, the older ones. Like they only come in sets like this. For the most part, they sell them individually, but they're expensive individually. And so since it's kind of like a done deal, these 9 movies, I preferred to get the set. So that's what this is, Skywalker Saga. It is very nondescript other than the Death Star on the front. You open it up, and then in the middle, you got a nice little book here, Skywalker Saga. And then inside this book is all the titles. And a lot of people have complained about these, and I agree. Why is it so hard to get this disc out? Like, it feels like I'm about to break something getting that out. But yeah, these are all the main Skywalker Star Wars movies, everything but the spin-offs, basically. And now I can resell my Blu-ray copies of these movies. They're not worth a whole lot just because I sold like so many of them. But now I have them on 4K, and I can stop looking. I think I had a watch on eBay for this set for like 3 years or something like that, and finally found one in the condition at the price I wanted. A little more than $10 per 4K, which is my goal, but worth it just to kind of like, I mean, Star Wars Empire Strikes Back is my favorite movie of all time, and the other two from the original trilogy are in my top 100, I believe, or pretty close to it. And so, I mean, I got to own it at some point. I got to own it. And now I do. All right, let's do another box. Oh, this is a fun one. Okay, this is a box of 4Ks that I got off eBay in a lot. And I remember at the time I was going to make a video on it, and I just didn't get to it. And they all had codes, digital codes. And so I already went through the titles themselves for the digital codes and checked all the codes. And then I left a little reminder for myself that there were 14 good 4K codes out of this box. 14 good 4K codes. I don't remember what I paid for these, but again, when I'm buying on eBay, especially in a big lot, it's less than $10 a title. In fact, the more there are, the less they're going to be on like a per title average, for sure. And this one has a lot. So I would be shocked if I even paid $10 each. Probably just guessing here, somewhere between $8 and $10 each I paid for these. And there's some relatively newer titles as well, which is fun. Okay, I'm gonna have to start putting boxes somewhere else because my kitchen looks like a bomb went off. Okay, let's do this. Titanic on 4K. Used. I'm not going to open each of these because I already checked for the codes, and I know the discs are in there. So Titanic, selling my Blu-ray, adding the 4K to the collection. Then we've got Oppenheimer. I already own this, but I think mine is sealed, and so I'm going to put this on my shelf and sell the sealed copy. This is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This is the awful one of two of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, kind of like not the most recent reboot, but the one in the 2010s. The one that had Michael Bay's fingers in the middle of it, and it just wasn't good. I'm reselling that. I don't care about it. Chevy Chase National Lampoon's Vacation, already opened. This came up in another one of the boxes. I didn't even realize that I have 2 copies of these, but evidently I do. I don't remember if the other one's sealed. If it is, I'll sell the sealed copy and keep the open copy. Justice League on 4K. Don't really care about this movie. This isn't even like the Zack Snyder version. This is the worser version of Justice League. So I'll try to resell that. This one I'm not reselling. Avatar, The Way of Water. I loved this movie. I think I saw it 2 or 3 times in theaters, which is insane because it's like 3.5 hours long or something. But it's great, and I'm excited to own it on 4K with like minty slipcover. Dirty Dancing on 4K, minty slipcover, and these are all dusty because they've been in my closet. This one's probably been in my closet for a year, if not longer. Shawshank Redemption, another one I own, but I think it's brand new on my shelf. So If so, I'll swap it out. Joker used. This is worth like $3. They sold so many 4Ks of Joker. It's absolutely insane how many they sold. We got some people in the chat. Hey, it's been a while. How are you doing? I'm doing great, Void King. I appreciate it. You identified the olive release of Macbeth as Nosferatu. Similar font, but definitely different films. That's entirely possible. I've been talking a bunch. What's up, bro? How have you been? From John Novello. I've been great. Thank you. To this day, I'm still kicking myself for not getting the Skywalker Saga box set. I mean, I'm in the same camp. I probably should have bought it when it first came out, but I have incredible patience when it comes to this stuff. It's fine. There's lots of stuff to buy and good deals to find. And so I don't get too much FOMO when things originally come out. That being said, that Paramount Pictures Classics Volume 1 that came out and I slept on, and now it's like $700 or something insane like that. Yeah, I wish I had picked that up. I probably would have resold it by now because it's worth way too much to keep, considering like it's basically that expensive because of 1 or 2 movies in the set. But yeah, that one I have to find it in the wild. There's no chance I'm ever finding it on eBay for a price that I want. Hell or High Water, brand new and sealed. And I already have this on 4K, so I'm going to resell that new copy of it. Basic Instinct, classic erotic thriller from the early 90s, I think. Late 80s, early 90s. 1992. Yeah, don't have this one on Blu-ray or 4K, so excited to add it. Gladiator, the original, not part 2. Another one that I enjoy and I already have, but I don't know if I have a slipcover, so I'll have to check. And if I don't have a slipcover, I'll keep that one and sell it. Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom with slipcover, but the slipcover has glue issues. You can see it like it just isn't gluing down. But yeah, my favorite of the Indiana Jones movies. I already own the 4K set, so I don't necessarily need that one, but maybe I'll keep it just so, like, the problem with my Spielberg collection right now is like there's a 4K set that has a movie that he didn't direct in it on my shelf in that. And then not only that, the Jurassic Park set and the Indiana Jones set mess up the continuity of like looking at it on the shelf because they're in order of release. But because those are sets, like the order of release screws it up. And since this set also has Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, that one with the slipcover intact, and it also has Raiders of the Lost Ark with the slipcover intact, and also Dial of Destiny, which is another one that he did not direct, but this is the most recent Indiana Jones movie. Forget who directed this, but yeah, this is the most recent one. I enjoyed Dial of Destiny. I know it's controversial to some people, but compared to whatever that Alien one was, I forget the name of it. Dial of Destiny was like I don't know, Casablanca or whatever, Psycho, like an all-time classic compared to that last Spielberg Indiana Jones movie. So there you go. Don't remember what I paid for these. Like I said, likely less than $10 each. And a bunch that I'm going to keep in here and a bunch that I'm going to resell. And also, just a reminder, they came with 14 good codes. 14 good 4K codes. Can't complain about that for sure. All right, let's grab another box here. We'll keep going. I can see the light. I'm not saying we're near the end, but I can definitely see the light, and I need another drink. And by drink, I'm just talking about a water. Nothing crazy. It's like 4 in the afternoon here. Oh, it's not. It's 5 in the afternoon. This is taking a while. All right. Another box. This is from eBay. I hadn't blocked out this dude's address, so I don't want to dox somebody on here in accident. So I'm not going to put the box in the frame, but I paid $120 shipped for this box of titles. Oh, okay. It's mostly Criterion, and we can kind of do this all at once because there's definitely a theme on these. So if you collect Criterions, you know that they, oh crap. You know what? I didn't show you all the titles from the last one. Okay. There were a couple more here that I skipped for some reason from the last one. Anna, never seen it on 4K, but I'm into it. And then there were a couple of steelbooks in that last box as well that I skipped. I had set the steelbooks aside. Avatar on steelbook. This looks like a Best Buy exclusive. I don't have that on 4K. I don't care about steelbooks, so if I found it, non-steelbook, I would, trade it because I'm sure the steelbook's worth more on the resale market. Groundhog Day, I already own this on 4K, so the steelbook is probably going to be resold to help pay for the titles that I'd rather keep. This is Waterworld on 4K steelbook. I already own that on 4K, so probably going to resell that steelbook. And Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem 4K steelbook. Just perfect quality with the J cards on most of these. And probably going to resell most of them. Waterworld, I think, is the only one that Waterworld and Mutant Mayhem, I don't have normal 4K copies of. So anyway, forgot. Those were a part of the last box that we went through. So let's go. I'm putting these back in the bag just because the steel books, I get paranoid about the corners and stuff like that, because the people who like these, they like them perfect. They pay extra for perfect. So, okay. Let's go back to the box I was going to move on to. Again, we'll do all of these at once. $120 shipped, just as a reminder. And it is all of Wes Anderson's movies. Basically, not all of them, but most of them. A lot of them on Criterion. So we've got these right here are all Criterion titles that most of them I did not have on Criterion. So it's just adding to the goal of getting all of the Criterion titles, like every spine number. And somebody sold this to me for $120 shipped because Criterion announced a 4K box of Wes Anderson's entire filmography up until the release of the box. And so people are dumping their old Blu-ray versions of these. And so I snapped up somebody's whole collection of Wes Anderson movies, which also includes French Dispatch on standard Blu-ray. Didn't have a Criterion release until the 4K set. And then Isle of Dogs, which is, just standard Blu-ray in a slipcover. Good slipcover, though. Yeah. So $120, Wes Anderson's whole filmography, including all of the titles up until the set that he had a Criterion for. Basically, I already own French Dispatch and Isle of Dogs on normal Blu-ray. So those are resell for me, and I think Fantastic Mr. Fox and maybe Moonrise Kingdom I already had on Criterion. So there's probably a couple resales in those just because I already had them. Okay. Let's go back to some pawn shop finds. Pawn shop finds. Okay, this was Bright Light Books in Orlando, Florida. Looks like I paid $23.52 in August of 2025. So not too long ago, a couple months ago. I got 2 4Ks for about $12 each, roughly. Well, you can actually see $11.99. I paid $12 for this one. Original Karate Kid in 4K. See if there's a digital code in this one. No digital code. But yeah, classic movie, one that I watched a ton as a kid, still like it. And pretty sure there's like a Karate Kid 4K set now. I don't really remember the other ones. This is the original Scream, which is great. I don't know why it's in this clear case. I don't know if it came like this or if somebody changed the case, but there you go. A 4K in a clear case. No clue. Oh, this can go away. And so, yeah, roughly, well, this one was $10 and this one was $12. Little more than I pay on average for 4Ks, but like I've said, I try to aim for $10 each. And that's a little more than $10, but it's in the zone. $9.99 and $11.99. That's a used bookstore in Orlando. That is awesome. If you like physical media and you're in Orlando, Brightline Books is like pretty much the only place where it's not like a resale store or like it's not like a record store or a pawn shop. It's like a collector's store, I would say. Also collector's prices. You have to dig because the prices are not, you're not going to find too many like amazing things there for cheap. They're going to be market value. Okay, this is a pawn shop though. 5/30/2024. So I've been sitting on this for over a year, never made a video out of it. Spent $2 on a sealed copy of Outbreak, Dustin Hoffman, Rene Russo, Morgan Freeman. This written by the same guy who wrote Jurassic Park, Michael Crichton, and it's fun like pandemic movie. It's sealed. I'm pretty sure I don't own it, so I'm going to add it to the shelf for now, at least, at minimum. Okay, let's do another one of these little bags. All right, we got some more people in here. All the people saying, hey, it's been a while. How are you doing? I'm doing great. I appreciate the interest. If I ever find the Columbia Classics one out and about for the price, I'm okay with buying it. I would be screaming as I have all of them except one. Yeah, I think I have 4 of them bought individually at like good prices. But those last 2, including Lawrence of Arabia, which is the one that everybody freaked out over. Yeah, just the chances of me finding just a random title out and about pretty low. So not sure that one's ever going to happen at the price that I'd probably have to pay. Your clear case with Scream appears to have a Blu-ray logo rather than 4K UHD at the top, so probably a case swap situation. Let's hope so. Yeah, I kind of want to look at the... Was there a 4K disc in there, or did I get bamboozled on that one? Let's see. Scream in the clear case. Nope, 4K's in there. So I think somebody maybe swapped out the case, but as long as the 4K is in there, I'm okay with it. I'll fix it if I ever find the motivation. Okay, this little bag is from Marietta, Georgia, and the date on this is 8/06/25. So that wasn't that long ago. I spent $22.22, which it feels like a lot for what I have in my hand, to be honest. But evidently I really wanted these, or they're worth decent money, because I paid roughly $5.50 each for each of these. Peanut Butter Falcon, one of my favorite movies of the last couple of years. I love this movie. It's so fun and wholesome, I would say. Oops. Digital copy in there. You know what? I want to share this movie with people. There you go. There's the code. Whoever gets it first, if it's valid, it's all yours for Peanut Butter Falcon. Yeah, this was at a CD warehouse, which is like it's a physical media resale store. So their prices are not cheap, typically. You can sometimes find deals there, but okay, Peanut Butter Falcon. Hopefully one of you got that code. Crank 2 High Voltage. Such a good, fun movie. Oddly kind of rare, at least in my area. I never see these out in the wild. I have the first one on Blu-ray, but Crank 2 is so much more fun than the first one. The first one's fun, but Crank 2 is just an absolutely insane movie. This is what I love about collector stores is the stickers they put in, no residue. This comes right out because they care. Licorice Pizza, Paul Thomas Anderson movie. I did not have. I'd like to have all of his movies. Oh, there's another digital code. That one I'm keeping. Yeah, so Licorice Pizza looks like this is some kind of like mini poster or something like that. But yeah, adding it to the PTA collection. Doesn't hurt that it has a perfect, flawless slipcover. Oh, there it says includes limited edition poster. Okay. And then you got Reservation Road and Return to Paradise. Never seen either of these, but I was intrigued by the cast and the fact that it's a 2-pack. And I love my 2-packs. And there's a little bit of damage on the corner here that I'm not sure you could see, but it's damaged right there, which sucks because especially spine damage kind of sucks because even when it's like on the shelf, you're still going to see how busted up it is. But I like these 2-packs and it's a blind buy for me. I mean, I don't know anything about these movies. I've heard of Reservation to Row. I don't think I've ever even heard of Return to Paradise, but has Joaquin Phoenix in it and Vince Vaughn, Anne Heche, rest in peace. Yeah, hopefully those are good movies, and if they're not, I'll get rid of them someday. So yeah, roughly $5.25 each, more than I would normally pay, but these are all 4 titles, well, 5 movies that I had never really seen out in the wild. Okay, let's keep going. More of the smaller purchases. Purchase-I from little stores out and about. Little stores out and about. All right. I don't know what store this is. It just says store manager, Curry Ford. This is probably a pawn shop, I would guess, that I spent $6.37 at in October of 2024. $6. So what's that? There's 3 movies here, so $2 each, roughly, before tax. Son of a Gun, which is an A24 movie that I didn't have in my A24 collection. And so I bought it, and let's see, is there, yep, there is a digital code in that one. No idea if that digital code is any good, but the slip was in there. Son of a Gun. Seen it, I don't remember anything about it. It's probably not good. The early days of A24, they had a lot of not good movies mixed in. I mean, even today, there's still a lot of like, not my favorite movies mixed into their release schedules, but especially early, they were buying movies and trying things out. And this is one of those that you're like classic A24, Son of a Gun. Nobody's heard of, nobody cares about. And then like a bunch of other classic A24 movies. So anyway, Roger Rabbit 25th anniversary. I have this, but it's sealed. And so this is an unsealed copy. I think there's a 4K of Roger Rabbit out. Chat, let me know if that's true. But I'll swap this for my sealed copy on Blu-ray, and hopefully someday there will be a 4K, or if there is, I will get my hands on it. And then finally, Big Trouble in Little China, just a classic HBO. They played this on HBO when I was a kid over and over and over again. And so I've probably never seen it all in one sitting, but I've probably seen it all like, I don't know, 20 times if you combined all the different, little pop-ins of watching half an hour of it here and there. Good movie for sure. A fun one anyway. Roughly $2 each for those, which is kind of in the sweet spot for me for used Blu-rays. If I can keep them like $250 or less, I'm not gonna say that's my goal, but it's my target, I guess. Okay, another receipt. This one's not blacked out either, so just so I don't dox people. This is from Cash America. Spent $10.65. $10.65 for 5 Blu-rays. So roughly $2 each again. Roughly $2 each per title. We've got a 2-pack. Under Siege 2. Dark Territory. Steven Seagal movies. And I've seen Under Siege like a long time ago, back in the day when video rental stores, I was probably way too young to rent it. Well, maybe not. 1992. So I would have been like 11. No, a little older than that. Anyway, I just remember the Under Siege movies were like rated R action movies that I wasn't supposed to watch. Or maybe I'm confusing that with some other movie. Doesn't matter. I don't own it. Now I do. It's a 2-pack. That's great. Spawn, the director's cut. I feel like there's a 4K of this coming out too that I saw announced as well. But I don't have a copy of it. So I grabbed this one. This one has that like weird wavy cover that some Blu-rays have that I absolutely hate. So I'll probably replace the case, even though it's a perfectly fine case other than the weird wavy plastic covers that they get occasionally. Also, I don't think I've seen the director's cut version of Spawn. This is not a good movie, by the way. It's a fun movie. I liked Spawn. I have like the first 50 Spawn comics. I lost interest at some point, but the soundtrack for Spawn was awesome, and the movie was fine. Clint Eastwood, Tommy Lee Jones, Donald Sutherland, James Garner in Space Cowboys movie I've seen once and don't remember anything about, but someday when I just want a good, wholesome, goofy movie to watch, I'll pull that one out. Weird Science on Blu-ray. Don't have a copy of this. Classic 80s kind of comedy with a little bit of sex mixed in. A fun one, definitely. No digital code on that one. Finally, for this pickup, Demi Moore in G.I. Jane. Oh, Ridley Scott directed G.I. Jane. So this movie is pretty infamous, and I don't think I've watched this, even though I feel like I know everything about it. If I have seen this, it was a long, long time ago. It was infamous before Will Smith slapped Chris Rock, but it's definitely infamous now because the joke was like Will Smith's wife is going to be in the new G.I. Jane sequel or reboot, which wasn't actually an insult. It was more just acknowledging that she didn't have hair, which I guess was offensive enough to get slapped over. I don't know. I still find it insane that that actually happened live in front of everybody because it was very, not to get too judgy, but very stupid, I would say, to slap somebody over something like that. I'm anti-violence in general. I mean, I'm fine with violent movies, but okay. This is a big, big package. I don't have a receipt, but I put this note in it. It said garage sale, $70. So everything in this bag I got from a garage sale, and I spent $70 on it. I remember the garage sale. It was here in Orlando. And let's see what I got. I'm just going to do a quick title count so we'll know how much per. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So there are 25 titles at $70. So like roughly $2.25 each. But there's some good ones in here for sure. And there's a lot of them. So we're going to burn through some of these. We're getting like decently close. I'd say we're at least 75% done. At least 75% done. Okay, lots of classics in this set too. Yeah, okay. We've got My Fair Lady. Obviously, classic Aubrey Hepburn movie. What year is this? A long time ago, 1964. It's a musical. I've never seen it, but it's a classic. So even if I resell it, I'm sure it'll be worth something. I Saw the Devil. If you have not seen this, it's so good. It's a foreign film, so you're gonna have to read subtitles, I believe. But if you like pot boiler crime thrillers with cops solving crimes, I Saw the Devil is pretty great. Heavy Metal, which I think there's a 4K for this out there. I've never seen it, but I've heard it talked about a whole bunch. And yeah, it's a cartoon made for adults, rated R cartoon from the 80s, I think. And didn't own it on Blu-ray, so I picked it up. The price was right. The Riviera, which I think was in another set that we unboxed in this stream. I did not pay $7.99 for this. But evidently somebody did from Bright Light Books at some point. Another classic that I'll probably resell. The Color of Money. This is Martin Scorsese movie with Tom Cruise and Paul Newman. This is still sealed. And I think I've seen this once, a long time ago. Don't remember much about it. Probably look it up and see how much it's worth. If it's worth a deal more than $2.25, I'll probably resell it. So I Married an Axe Murderer from Mike Myers. This is a fun one that I've seen once, a long time ago when it first came out. Mike Myers, the rare, non-Austin Powers movie, I guess. Non-Austin Powers, non-Wayne's World movie, non-Shrek. Yeah, I don't remember much about it, but it's a classic from my childhood, I would say. And so I picked it up. And okay, just getting some stuff off my hand. Okay, 28 days later. So when I bought this from the garage sale, this was out of print, might still be out of print, and it was selling for a lot of money. And so I bought it with the intent to resell it because I already have a copy of this on Blu-ray, and I have no idea what it's worth today because this was a while ago. Okay, it's worth okay money nowadays, I would say. Well, at least as far as what people are asking for it. Let's see. Like new, sold items. Yeah, there we go. So, like new, copies of 28 Days Later, $30, $34, 20, 24, 30, 31, 25, 31. So, still out of print. Still worth something. I paid roughly $2.25 for it. I already own a copy of this, so I'm going to resell that. I should probably do it sooner rather than later because I feel like the Days Later series is like, they're releasing new movies, so they're probably going to reissue or release a 4K or something on that soon. Breakfast at Tiffany's, still sealed. Another classic I've never seen, Aubrey Hepburn. Probably will never open that movie just to watch it blindly. So I'll probably resell it. Jane Fonda, Barbarella, Queen of the Galaxy. Another one that somebody bought from Bright Light Books, not me. With a perfect slipcover, already opened, no digital code. Oh, and it has the type of slipcover that like opens up, book style. Don't think I've ever seen this, but I know I've certainly heard of it. It's a movie that people talk about. Sci-fi classic. The Bling Ring, another A24 movie I did not own, with slipcover, still sealed. Good movie from the early days of the A24 catalog, adding it to the A24 collection. Dead Snow, a zombie movie in the snow. I feel like maybe this one was also out of print and worth something. I don't remember. Let's look it up. Why not? Look it up. Bandit. Okay. Yeah. Okay. This is coming back to me. Used. Sold items. I mean, this isn't crazy money, but $13, $10, $10, 14, 23, 13, 10, 8, 12. So yeah, not crazy money, but certainly more than the $2 that I bought it for. I've seen this once and I enjoyed it. It's very weird and dumb. So I don't know if I'm keeping or selling, but it's worth something. Splice with perfect, well, not perfect, a little shelf worn slipcover. Another one that was out of print and worth some money back in the day. It's been so long since I looked these up that I have no clue if they're still worth what I thought they were at the time. Filter, buy it now, condition used, and show me the solds. Okay, I'm seeing like 6, 8, 12-ish, but these are all without slipcover. There's a slipcover one for 13. So with slipcover, 13-ish. This slipcover isn't flawless, so I don't even know if I would get that for it. Again, worth more than $2.25, which is what I paid for these. Underwater by Kristen Stewart. Fun thriller that I'm going to keep and throw on my shelf and hopefully get to rewatch that movie someday. Here is Mutiny on the Bounty, but this is a digibook. Warner Brothers has done these for some of the classics. Book, the Blu-ray, you know, in kind of like a book format. Pretty cool. Never seen that movie, but it's a classic. Here's Lawrence of Arabia. Speaking of, you know, this is the 4K that made that first Paramount classics go through the roof. This is the Blu-ray version, still sealed. No clue what that's worth. I'll probably resell it just because I don't care about Lawrence of Arabia. That Thing You Do, one of my favorites, Tom Cruise movie. I think he also directed this movie. It's, yeah, a feel-good movie for sure. Excited to add that to the collection. Some Like It Hot, a classic Marilyn Monroe movie from the, what year is this? 1959 for Some Like It Hot. No code for that one. And Gemini. This is a thriller with Zoe Kravitz in it. And this is a very slow-moving, pulpy crime thriller that I loved when I saw it in the movie theater. There's a digital code in this one, so I'm pulling that out. And yeah, if you haven't seen Gemini from not that long ago, I don't remember when Gemini came out, but like within the last 10 years, it was so good and so criminally ignored, I would say. Hour 33 minutes, so not very long. And I can't find the date, but it's like 2018 or something like that. It's not a very old movie. Don't sleep on Gemini if you get the chance to check it out. Big Business. Bette Midler, Lily Tomlin. I know of this movie. I've maybe seen it when I was a kid. I probably picked it up because it's probably worth something. Because I don't know why else I would pick this up. Here, let's give it a little scan. Let's see if my theory's right, that this wasn't just FOMO, that this is actually worth something. This is not really worth anything. I mean, it's certainly worth $2.25, which is what I paid for it. But I was seeing on eBay, like the asking price for just about all of them was like less than $5. So I'm sure the sold prices are around there or less. In the Heights on Blu-ray with slipcover, and it's still sealed. This was, yeah, this was a decent movie. John M. Chu movie from the guy who directed, or the guy who wrote Hamilton, made this play first, and then they made it into a movie after Hamilton was such a big, huge success. So I enjoyed In the Heights. I'm not going to open a brand new copy, Blu-ray copy of In the Heights. I'm probably going to resell that. I would guess like between $5 and $10 on eBay. Here is a movie called Legend. Whoever it was that that was running this garage sale evidently liked buying things from Bright Light Books because somebody bought this for $8 at some point, and there's a receipt in it. Let's see what the date on this receipt is, or maybe what he paid for it. Okay, $7.99. This was September 25th, 2018. This person bought this copy of Legend at Bright Light Books. Not that that matters to anybody watching or me. Legend, The Ultimate Collection, Tom Cruise, Ridley Scott. Super fun movie. Weird. Definitely not your typical Tom Cruise or Ridley Scott movie. You know, he's the aliens guy. Charlton Heston and Lee Taylor-Young in Soylent Green. Don't know anything about this, but it's another like supposed like sci-fi classic, I think. Yeah. Never seen this, but I'm into it. I'm willing to give it a shot, and if I don't like it, I'll resell it. When We Were Young. I've seen this. It's funny. It's an adult movie, not as in like there's a lot of nudity in it. Just no kid would ever care about this movie at all. While You Were Young, Noah Baumbach, also an A24 movie. So not necessarily one that I was clamoring to have on my shelf, but if you're going to collect all the A24 movies, then this one is one of them. No digital code. So pick that one up just because it was A24, not because I have a big hankering to own it or rewatch it. There's No Business Like Show Business, another classic. Don't know much about this. Directed by Walter Lang, 1954 on that one. Probably reselling it. The Secret in Their Eyes. So this movie is great. I mean, it's awesome. I don't remember. You know what? I don't think I've seen this. I think it's from a director. I think I picked it up because it's from a director that I've seen something else that he made. I would look it up, but that would be boring. So I'm not going to look it up. But evidently it won the Academy Award for Best Foreign Language Film. And I don't think I've actually seen this. I think I wanted to see it, never got to it. And then the Blu-ray was in front of me. And I was like, okay, I'll get that. It was already kind of on my list. So anyway, this was a garage sale, $70 for all of those Blu-rays. Like probably roughly a year ago. So let me go take these back over there, and I'll be back with more Blu-rays. Okay, let me just separate some of the new ones are going on eBay first. The new ones that I'm reselling, and then the used ones. It'll probably, the 4K new will go first, and then the used 4Ks, and then the new Blu-rays, and then the used Blu-rays will go up last, just because they're worth the least. And if I have to, I will bundle some of them up if the price on them has gone down considerably compared to when I originally scanned them and bought them, which is a real risk with like holding on to these things for later. It's like some of them I bought with the intention of reselling, but if you hold on to them for a year, there's no guarantee it's going to be worth what it was a year ago, for sure. Okay, this is a new box. This one, I don't know where it's from, likely eBay, and I think I may have traded. So for a while there, I was trading Criterion titles on Reddit with other people. So like 1-for-1 trades, and you both pay shipping each way. So for Criterion Blu-ray titles, I try not to pay more than $10. So I'd be surprised. So let's just assume this was roughly $10 a trade for a title I paid $10 for a title I didn't have. And really the only cost of the trade was the shipping. So Triangle of Sadness on Criterion. Loved this movie. I'm collecting all Criterions, but this is one that I would buy regardless. Such a good, weird movie. Well, if you like movies that like completely change in the middle of the movie, like you thought it was one thing and then all of a sudden it's something completely different, That's Triangle of Sadness for sure. Devil in a Blue Dress. I think these are all, oh, this is 4K. 4K Blu-ray. Triangle of Sadness on 4K. Devil in a Blue Dress on 4K. So this one's still sealed. I didn't have it on Blu-ray or 4K. And One False Move, another 4K Criterion. I'm sure I traded 1-for-1 4K for 4K on these, but Bill Paxton, don't know anything about this movie. I didn't have it on either of them, but now I have the 4K version of it. So adding more to the Criterion collection. And more 4Ks, which is always really cool. I love adding 4Ks to the collection. Okay, let's do more boxes. How about this box? I'm tired of this box. I've been looking at this box for a long, long time. This is an eBay 4K box that I paid $194.71 for. $140.71. It's a nice big old box. And let's go through it. All 4Ks. And yeah, okay. These are pretty well-known titles, so I'm going to go through them quickly. And we've got La La Land 4K, Fury 4K, Hacksaw Ridge 4K, and Greatest Showman. I already have all of these on 4K, so these are all like resales for me. And here's some more. There's some box sets in here too. I'm just going to go through the singles first. Speed. These are all open, so I already have that. Shallows 4K. I already have that. I'm going to resell all these. Super Pets don't have that on 4K, but I don't want it. I'm going to resell it. Mayhem. It's fine. I saw it already. I guess I could keep it just to pad out the collection. But at the same time, I don't know. Monster Hunter, never seen it, but I think this is, yeah, Paul W.S. Anderson. So I'm sure this is borderline unintelligible, I'd imagine, because that's how most of Paul W.S. Anderson's movies are. Hook, Steven Spielberg. I already have that in my collection, 4K. Tomb Raider. I enjoyed this reboot, but that's probably where it ends. So I'm not sure I want to add it to my shelf, just taking up space like a dead franchise that only got one entry. But I mean, Alicia Vikander, I will watch her in just about anything, at least once. Blade Runner 2049, another one. I already have it in 4K on my shelf, so I'm going to resell it. King Kong Ultimate Edition. This one, not super special from a resale perspective. I already have it with slipcover. The slipcover version is worth considerably more. So if you have it in slipcover, good for you. The Despicable Me Illumination Trilogy. Despicable Me, Despicable Me 2, Despicable Me 3. I've seen all these because they came out when my son was real young. And I don't need to own them. They're fine. They're perfectly fine kids' movies. The first one's actually probably a little better than perfectly fine. The other two, whatever. Kingsman 2-movie collection. I don't think I have these in 4K. And if I do, I'm pretty sure they're not in a little box like this. So probably going to keep the box. And if I already have copies of them, I'll resell them. Predator. The 3-movie collection. I have a Predator 4-movie collection, so I don't need this. So I'm going to resell it. And the proceeds for all these that I'm going to resell like help fund all the other ones that I'm keeping. So I'm not strictly a reseller. I just buy more than I need, and then I resell the extras. And if I played the game right, reselling the extras will pay entirely for the ones I want to keep. Matrix Trilogy. I already own this set, but mine is sealed. And so I'm going to resell the sealed copy and keep this open version of the Matrix. And here we go. This is another one. Jason Bourne 4K collection. Ultimate Bourne collection. This is all of them, including the ones that nobody cares about, that being these two. Those other three are stone cold action classics, I would say. And I already own this, but my copy of this set is sealed. And so I'm going to keep this unsealed version and sell the sealed. And finally, for this box, we've got a Criterion Uncut Gems. I believe this is, yes, the 4K version of Uncut Gems. I have the Blu-ray Criterion copy of this. So this is an upgrade for me to the 4K, which is great. So if we were to do the math, we've got 5 movies in here. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 30 movies, $194. 194 divided by 30, $6.46 each. $6.46 per title for these 30 titles, basically. So the ones I'm going to resell, other than like The Secret Life of Pets or whatever that was, Super Pets, each of these will be, I will definitely get my $6.30 back. For sure. There weren't any like titles that were way under that amount as far as a resale value goes. So luckily, even though I've sat on this box for way too long, I don't think I've lost out on any of the resale value for them, which is great and kind of exactly how I want this to go. Okay, I can definitely see the daylight over here where the piles were at the beginning of this stream. Let's do another box. There's a couple more boxes and then some individual titles, and then we'll be done with this and I will be totally caught up. And I don't know what this means for the channel, me just kind of blowing out. I know there's like 3 or 4 videos that I already shot that are just sitting on my hard drive. And so I might release those someday. As it stands right now, I don't know when that would ever be, just because I'm too busy to make formal videos. But yeah, there's a little more there, and I'm not done collecting. I just can't look at these in my closet anymore. And the only way I was ever going to get rid of them, the only way I was going to be able to put them on my shelf is just to have it done with. Okay, here's a bag. It's a pretty nondescript bag. It's talking about Texas. This is an H-E-B bag. I haven't been to Texas since I was a child, so I'm sure somebody mailed this. Oh, I think it's part of this bigger box. It was just separated. Yeah. It's part of this box. This was an eBay box from Austin, Texas. I don't know what I paid for these, so I couldn't tell you. But again, I try not to buy Criterion Blu-rays for less than $10 each on average. So we've got a bunch of Criterion titles. This can go away. It's The Wages of Fear, which I don't think I have, but I've definitely seen, and it's great. If you've never seen Wages of Fear, even if you don't like old movies, definitely watch not only the 1953 version of Wages of Fear, but there's one from 1977, I believe. Both of them are excellent, and they're not exactly the same, so you can watch both of them and get something out of each of them. Barry Lyndon, I think there's a 4K of this out too as well, but definitely wasn't around when I originally bought this in this set, or in this lot. Akira Kurosawa's Dreams, I already own this on Blu-ray, so I'm going to resell that. The Ascent, I recently watched this for the first time, and man, it was so good, but so dour. I mean, there is nothing good happening in this movie. It's a war movie. It's very, very good, very affecting, but do not watch this if you're looking for a good time. That's for sure. 1977. Letter Never Sent, another title, Criterion title that I already own. So I'm going to resell this copy of it. Never seen it. Don't know what it's about. Then we've got the 2-pack of Yojimbo and Sanjuro from Criterion Collection. I think I have these. I definitely have Yojimbo separately. Maybe I don't have Sanjuro, but as a box set with their spine numbers right next to each other, it's awesome because I can just keep the box set instead of the individuals, and they'll still be in spine number order. Not that anybody really cares about that, but me. Okay, and then of course another copy of Uncut Gems. This is another 4K copy, as you saw in the last set that we unboxed. That one was like in better quality, so I'm probably going to keep that one and resell this one. And that's the danger of not unboxing your Blu-ray purchases for a year and a half, is you end up with doubles of Uncut Gems on 4K. So yeah, I don't remember what I paid for these. Like I said, it's got to be less than $10 each. Otherwise, I wouldn't have bought them. Maybe a little more than $10 each, just because there was a 4K in there. I don't know. You never know. But if I had to guess, $10 or less than that per title on average. Okay, we're getting close. I have no idea how long this stream would be, but it feels like where are we at? 2 hours and 26 minutes. So yeah, let's read some chat. Classy burp. Did I burp? I remember seeing Crystal Skull in the theaters back in the day, enjoy it for what it is, but now I'm not a fan of it. Never seen Dial of Destiny. It has a horrible production hell. I enjoyed Dial of Destiny. Like, if we're going to make movies that aren't Steven Spielberg versions of Indiana Jones, I would see more like Dial of Destiny. They don't compare to like his classic old ones, but yeah. Okay. There's a 4K of Roger Rabbit. I thought there was, but I wasn't sure. Positive. And Bruno's saying Roger Rabbit Steelbook 4K. That's a bummer. Hopefully there's a standard version, because if it's a Steelbook 4K, I'm unlikely to want to get it on the aftermarket because it's probably expensive. But maybe someday. You never know. Share the Gemini code. You got me curious. Share the Gemini code. Bruno, I will share the Gemini code. But not now. Not now. But before I end the stream, I will share the Gemini code. Paul Thomas Anderson or Paul W.S. Anderson? Who's the real genius? Well, P.T. Anderson is the real genius, but Paul W.S. Anderson is fun too. Have you ever seen the Laurence Olivier Hamlet Criterion out in the wild? I almost never see any Criterions out in the wild, so I doubt I've seen that one. But if I have, I'd be shocked, because at least in my area in Central Florida, you know, we're a bunch of cultureless losers, so we don't. There's not too many Criterion collectors out here, I would say. This is a theme park town, not a classic cinema town. And the Central Florida area abandoned physical media as far as movies go a long time ago. So there's just not much out there, especially if it's been released in the last 10 years. There's not a lot out there in my area. You might have answered this, but I just got out of work. Will the ones you're selling be on your eBay? They will be on my eBay. Don't expect them anytime soon, but they will be on my eBay. If you want to watch them, just go to eBay, search for my account. It's Blu-ray Bandit on eBay, so pretty easy. I think there might be a link in the description to my eBay account. If not in this video, go to like a previous video, and it's probably in there. But again, my username is my username is Blu-ray Bandit on eBay. It used to be Media Melt. Okay, let's do more. We're almost there. We're like very close to being done, I would say. It feels like. Okay, this is a box from eBay. $183.71. Looks like I already did the math. There's 13 of them in there. $14.31 each. So I broke my rule on this one. I definitely paid more than $10 per on this one. Makes me curious what's inside of it. Let me grab some drink real quick. All right. I can see the light. Then I just have a ton of work to do off camera to put these away and figure out what I'm reselling. Oh, okay. Man, I don't even know what this really is, but it looks really pretty. Whoever I bought this from really took care of their titles. Okay. These that I paid more than again, I try to aim for $10 or less for pre-owned Blu-ray, for pre-owned 4Ks. But these are very beautiful. Clint Eastwood, Play Misty for Me. This is a Kino Lorber. Are all of these? Okay, these are all Kino Lorber titles. That's why I paid a little more than $10. I paid $14.31 each for these because they're Kino Lorber. You're not going to find them. You likely will not find them out in the wild because these are boutique 4Ks. If you ask anybody, though, $14.31 for a Kino Lorber 4K is that's a good price. That's a good price, especially with slip covers, which most of these have. Okay, Clint Eastwood. Also, this person kept them flawless. These are about as good quality as you can get, and they're all in their own individual like collector's pack. So there's no shelfware. I've never seen this movie. If you have, let me know if that's worth keeping or if I should resell it. Turbulence, Ray Liotta, Lauren Holly. Another one I don't think I've seen. Another Kino title, 1997. Let me know. Worth keeping? Not. Agatha Christie's Murder on the Orient Express. I've seen this, but it's been a long, long time. I don't really remember it. But I have seen it. Directed by Sidney Lumet. Bug. This movie's awesome. I forget, it's the guy who directed The Exorcist. William Friedkin directed this. Also directed To Live and Die in LA and a bunch of other things. This movie mostly takes place in one room with some like paranoid people who thinks like bugs are attacking them. It's great. Very small movie, but excited to own that in 4K. Brick. One of my favorite movies of all time. It's a murder mystery movie by Rian Johnson, who most recently did like a bunch of the Netflix, like Glass Onion, and the one that came before that in that series. He also directed the second of the recent Star Wars trilogy. Most people didn't like that movie, but I did. But this movie is awesome. Brick is great, and super excited to own it on 4K. This is probably one of the titles that made me think, okay, this is probably like $25 to $30 normally. And so once you can get the price down in a big lot like this, there's probably no other place I'm going to get Brick for that price, even if I resold all the other ones, which I wouldn't do because also in here is Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. This one without slipcover, but this is one that I have to have on my shelf. Just one of my favorites of all time. Great movie. Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Again, still Kino, no slipcover on this one. I think Eternal Sunshine and this one are the only two that don't have slipcovers. 1978. Don't think I've ever seen that one, but Donald Sutherland, Jeff Goldblum. I got to see it at some point. Luckily, it's open, so I can just watch it. Reindeer Games. Guaranteed I saw this in a theater back in the day. Don't remember a frame of it. So maybe I should revisit it, or maybe that should be my clue that I should just resell it. I don't know. Leviathan in 4K, slipcover. Again, Kino, 1989. Never seen it. Should I watch it? Let me know. The Eiger Sanction, Clint Eastwood. Never seen it. Looks like some kind of winter mountain climbing movie. I don't know. Who knows what this is? There's a gun involved and a telescope. I don't know anything about this. You tell me. probably reselling it. Brokeback Mountain, which make fun of me all you want. This is a great movie. Great movie. Good drama. Pretty gay, but that doesn't bother me at all. As long as the movie's good, directed by Ang Lee, I'm into it. I think that might be the only way you can get Brokeback Mountain on 4K. It's through Kino. Blown Away. Jeff Bridges, Tommy Lee Jones. Don't remember this one either. Probably seen it. More than likely. Narrow Margin. Gene Hackman, Ann Archer. What year was this? 1990. Never heard of this movie ever. But it kind of looks like The Conversation. Like the cover makes it look like The Conversation. It's not The Conversation, clearly. It might just be the Gene Hackman of it all. Was he in The Conversation? Or was it somebody that's like Gene Hackman? I don't remember. Doesn't matter. Yeah. Narrow Margin. Luckily, it's open, so I can check it out before I likely resell it. Okay, so here we go. For that box, this was on eBay, $187.71, roughly $14.31 each. All Kino titles, all used Kino titles, of which I'm going to keep a bunch and probably resell half of them, roughly. Okay, let's do this bag. And then there's only like a couple odd packages with just a few titles in each. And then two more boxes, little boxes. Okay, we're almost there, boys and girls. Almost there. All right. Here's a receipt for CD Warehouse in Duluth, Georgia. I'm in Florida, so evidently I took a trip to Georgia and I bought some titles at CD Warehouse, $12.72 for 3 Blu-rays. So what is that? $3-ish? $4-ish? No, $4-ish. Here we go. These have stickers on them for how much they are. But evidently I got I don't know. Let's take a look. Tully, Charlize Theron. Great drama with comedy sprinkled throughout. Evidently I paid $4.99. I'm sure there was a deal here, like buy 2, get 1 half off or something like that. Because if it was $12.93, all 3 of these say $4.99. There must have been some kind of deal. Tully. Fun drama with comedy mixed in, I would say. Papillon, which is a jailbreak movie, prison break movie. It's a remake of a classic film from the 60s or something like that. I've seen both versions. And they're both good, but the remake version with Charlie Hunnam from Sons of Anarchy, this is the kid from Sons of Anarchy, and Rami Malek, which, you know, we all know Rami Malek. It's great. It was awesome. Totally ignored for some reason, but I enjoyed it a lot and excited to add it to the collection. New Jack City. Never seen this. Ice-T, Chris Rock, Mario Van Peebles, and Judd Nelson. Also directed by Mario Van Peebles from 1991. Don't think I've seen this one anyway. And I'm into it. Can't wait to check it out. Weird Al, the Weird Al Yankovic story. I'm pretty sure I bought this at a physical media store. Physical media. It was like a video rental store. I'm forgetting the name of it. I popped in and they had some movies for sale. It wasn't only rentals. And this was one of them. And I was like, I think it was overpriced compared to what I would normally pay for a standard Blu-ray, but I had never seen this movie like out in the wild on Blu-ray. I wanted to support them, so I bought it. And then I got home and I really looked at it, and I'm pretty sure that's a burned CD. Like a burned Blu-ray. Weird, the Al Yankovic story. Oh yeah, that's burned. You can see the circles where the burn is. So So somebody sold me a bootleg copy of Weird, the Al Yankovic story, which sucks. But I think the vast majority of what they had in their store was not pirated, not bootleg. But this one definitely was. And I'm not going to say they bamboozled me, but I definitely didn't know this was a bootleg copy when I bought it. And now I have it, and I can't resell it because I don't sell bootleg. Even disclosing it, I don't sell it. And I have a copy of Weird. So be it. All right, here is another CD. This must have been my Georgia trip because this is another CD warehouse. I spent $86.90 on this bag. We'll see what's in it that would possibly cost that much. Oh, this is what it is. The Indiana Jones 4-movie collection on 4K, which I already have a copy of this. So I don't remember the order in which I bought these. So I don't remember why I bought this. Maybe to resell it. Or maybe I had this one in my closet before I bought the other one. I don't remember. But yeah, Indiana Jones 4-movie collection. Pretty cool to own, but I'm probably reselling it because I already have it on my shelf. Another one that was already in another package from this stream, the Harry Potter 8 film collection, probably reselling. So evidently I paid $86.90 for both of these, and I have no clue if that was a good price or not. It probably was at the time, but I don't know what these are worth nowadays. Either way, they're getting resold. So if you want Indiana Jones and Harry Potter in 4K, at some point, that's going to hit my eBay. All right, let's keep the train rolling. This is our second to last box. And it's another Criterion box. There we go. This Criterion box I paid $98.89 for. And how many are in this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 10 titles in this at $98. Let's call it $99. So roughly $10 per title in this box. There's a couple that aren't Criterion. My Favorite Spy, starring Bob Hope and Hedy Lamarr. Know nothing about this other than it's a classic movie, 1951. It looks like 93 minutes, so not very long. If anybody's seen this, let me know. If it's worth checking out. Otherwise, I'm just going to resell it at some point. All right, let's keep going. I think all the rest. Nope, there's one more that's not a Criterion title, and it's Aberesque, Gregory Peck and Sophia Loren. Ultra Mod, Ultra Mad, Ultra Mystery. Okay. Yeah, what's interesting? I don't know anything about this, but it's a Kino title with a perfect slipcover, so hopefully I'll get a chance to watch it before I resell it at some point. Let's get into the Criterion Blu-rays. Jean-Luc Godard's Weekend. I haven't seen it, but heard it's good. His Girl Friday. I don't think I have either of these two, for sure. If I do, I'll be reselling them. So, again, watch my eBay. Down by Law. Pretty sure I don't have that one. Don't know anything about it, but clearly like some kind of prison movie or something. Bicycle Thieves, I've seen. Definitely a classic Italian film from the late 40s, and really good, really good. Even if you don't like old movies, that's one to give a shot. On the Waterfront, I already have this on Criterion, so this is a resale copy for me. No clue what it's worth, but guarantee it's worth more than $10. Paris, Texas. They must have sold a ton of these, because if you buy Criterion lots on eBay, a lot of them come with Paris, Texas. So many people bought Paris, Texas on Criterion Blu-ray for some reason. And I'm going to resell this one because I already have a copy of it. So another one I already have a copy of, Sullivan's Travels. Never seen it. Another one that's like passed around a lot for some reason. A lot of people bought Sullivan's Travels, and a lot of people bought Seven Samurai, Akira Kurosawa. I think this one got a 4K upgrade too, or is going to. I don't remember. And I already own this, so this is going up for sale on eBay. So yeah, another eBay purchase. There they are, mostly Criterion, two not Criterion, but certainly Olive and Kino. Those are also boutique titles that are worth at least $10, I'd imagine. So, all right, we are nearing the end here. Thank the maker, because I'm getting tired of talking here. I'm so excited to put these on the shelf and get them out of my closet. Okay, there, I have a little box here with a bunch of titles in it. This is one that I actually prepared a video for and then never shot it, which means I know how much each of them are worth and how much I paid to ship them. So, yeah, so, well, evidently I bought these. These weren't trades. These were Reddit purchases from our Media Swap. If you've never been on our Media Swap, you basically just tell them which titles you have that you don't want anymore, and then they tell you what titles they have, and you try to come up with a trade where you're just paying shipping for a new title. So, but you can also buy on our Media Swap, which evidently is what I did with these titles. This one I paid $15 shipped for, and there are two cases in here. One of them is just a blank case, just a replacement 4K case. And the other one is Adaptation. Nicolas Cage, Meryl Streep, Chris Cooper, one of my favorites. If you like Synecdoche, New York, I can't imagine you haven't seen Adaptation, but same writer, Charlie Kaufman. And yeah, I mean, this is an awesome movie, classic, and a free case, replacement case. I think I had made another purchase from him on something else. Then that case sucked or was broken or something. And then I emailed him about it. And he was like, or maybe I bought Adaptation. I don't remember. For some reason, that dude sent me a new case. Just be cool with people and they'll probably send you stuff. That's the moral of the story. Okay, this was $25 shipped for these two titles, one of them being The Haunting. Never seen it. Liam Neeson, Catherine Zeta-Jones, Owen Wilson, Lily Taylor. These are all people I like, so maybe I'll check this one out at some point, The Haunting in 4K. And Mystery Men, one of my favorite movies of all time. I have a Mystery Men poster in my Blu-ray room. So funny, so weird. Also, I love that this is one of my favorites of all time because most people don't even remember it. And if they do, they remember it as like the movie with All-Star at the end of it that's not Shrek. The song All-Star. All right, this box was from Reddit, $25 shipped, bought from Media Swap, Rocky, the Knockout Collection. This is the first 4 Rocky movies. Was there a Rocky 5? I don't remember. Or did they stop at 4? Oh, yeah. This is just the 4 Rocky movies. Evidently, Rocky 4 has a theatrical version and an ultimate director's cut. I really only remember Rocky. The first movie, I'm sure I've seen all of them, but not more than once. Even though I've seen Rocky like, I don't know, 5 times in my lifetime, maybe. But now I have the first 4 of them, and on 4K, and I'll get to rewatch them someday, which will be great. Okay. Finally, for the Reddit Media Swap These were $50 shipped. There are 5 titles here. You've got Blade Runner 2049 with slipcover. I believe this is another one where the title itself not worth a whole lot, but with slipcover, I think it does okay. And I already own this on 4K with slipcover, so this is probably a resale for me. Ooh, somebody's asking $124 for this. I doubt they will get that for it, but that's interesting that somebody is trying to get that on eBay for this. Okay, with slipcover, you're talking like there's a $27.95 with slipcover at the top, $19.95, $18.95. I'm just reading off the slipcover ones. Those are all non-slipcover. There's a slipcover one for $25, $24. Yeah, so basically if you have the slipcover, it's like another $10 to $15 with slipcover for Blade Runner 2049. Blade Runner, the final cut, no slipcover, original Blade Runner. I don't own this in my collection, so it's getting added to my shelf. You've got Dune 1 and Dune 2 on 4K, which was in another package that we opened earlier. So evidently I already own these. I don't remember if they were opened, but these aren't. So if the other ones are still sealed, then I'm going to keep these and resell those. Either way, there's probably a Dune and Dune 2 going on my eBay fairly soon. This one's not going on my eBay though. Pitch Black, Vin Diesel. This is the Arrow release, Arrow Universal, and I love this movie. It's so good. Such a small movie. Vin Diesel, before he was famous, I think he had released Fast and Furious at the time, which was fairly big, but not near what it ultimately became. So yeah, Pitch Black from Vin Diesel. And David Twohy is the director. Yeah, there we go. David Twohy, he makes weird sci-fi movies that are often to my taste, even if they're not to everybody's taste. For sure. Okay. Putting these back. We only have one box left. Okay. Year and a half worth of collecting, down to roughly 3 hours. If I had tried to do this how I traditionally make videos, it would take me like an hour to an hour and a half per video. So I have no clue how many videos there would have been here, but it would have been way more than 3 hours. It would have never happened. I'm definitely at that place where this wouldn't have happened unless I just bit the bullet and blew through all of them. Okay, one more box. Easy box. Another Criterion collection thing. And this is another one that I watched on eBay for forever to get the price I wanted for it. Because in this box is the Godzilla Blu-ray set from Criterion. The Showa era films. 1945 to 1975. It doesn't even fit in the frame. There we go. That's how we'll get it to fit. So yeah, this is a hard one to find at a good price from Criterion for sure. I think it's still in print, but just finding them used is hard, and finding them at a good price is hard. I don't remember what I paid for this, but I watched eBay for like years to find a good price on it, and finally found it and bit the bullet. But this is awesome. I mean, I don't love when like the sets don't fit on a shelf with all the other titles, but I like how this one's a book. It's kind of an art piece that happens to have physical media in it. It's more like a coffee table that has movies in it. But like, yeah, just tons of art and pages, and very well designed, interesting to look at. Looks like maybe this is like this is probably what was underneath the shrink wrap on the back, so you can see what was in it. But yeah, so this will show you also like all the movies that are in it. Most of the Showa era versions of Godzilla, and then these like thicker pages in the back have all the movies inside of it. Actually, there's only one page. You just open it. I kind of wish the Star Wars titles had come this way, just because you're not having to like struggle with them to get them out. These are just going to pop right out, and it's not going to take up near as much space as that Star Wars box, because it's generally kind of a fairly thin but large book for sure. So if you're going to get all the spine numbers, you have to get this one. It's spine number 1000. They kind of made like a special, it's not really an anniversary, but special. They made the 1000th spine number a special collection of the Showa era Godzilla movies. And now I'm adding it to my Criterion collection. So if you give me a minute, I'm going to kind of set these up in a way that might make sense, maybe, so that we can get a nice little picture of what we've been talking about. And some of these, they've been sitting on my couch, and now they're falling over. Okay. Almost there. I'll bring the camera over so y'all can see what kind of damage we just did. All right. Now I have a whole new mission of just figuring out what I'm keeping, what I'm reselling, getting those listed, and getting them out of my life, and then taking the ones that I want to keep and getting them on the shelf, alphabetical, of course, and moving on from there. I've been through a couple buying freezes as well, where I just stopped buying completely because it was getting ridiculous, like the backlog was. And so I kind of don't want to feel guilty about buying new ones anymore. So I wanted to kind of blow them out so that I can start buying in bulk again, which is probably not a great idea, but it's what I've done. Okay, let me bring the camera over and we'll take a look at the stacks, and then we'll say goodbye. If anybody has anything else to say before I reveal this Gemini code, there we go. If somebody wants to screenshot, there's your Gemini code. Final code of the stream, probably. And yeah, let's go back over here. There's Leo the dog trying to figure out what the heck I'm doing. He's probably, there you go. That's all the stuff we just unboxed. It's a lot. Year and a half of collecting and not opening the packages. Right there. So yeah, but I'm one step closer to them actually being useful to me, right? Being on the shelf where I can know what I have and feel caught up with the channel, which recently YouTube threatened to demonetize me because I haven't been uploading. And that kind of got me off my butt. I don't think this stream is going to fix that. I think they're still going to demonetize me because I'm not going to release regular videos anytime soon, which is fine. I don't make much money off of YouTube anyway. We're talking like, I think I've made $250 in 2 years plus of being monetized. So it's a drop in the bucket for sure for me. But them saying we're going to demonetize you, I was like, you know what? I think I'm done. Not necessarily with the channel, but but done with the idea of like this backlog weighing on me, right? It's not going to weigh on me anymore. It's out there. It's done. And that's it. All right. I think that's it. Thank you, BlueTube, for hanging out with me. That was fun. Maybe we'll do it again someday, a few years from now, when I have a whole new horde of physical media that I haven't opened. We'll see. I still have those other four videos that I shot and never edited. So those will probably come out someday. And I'm not done collecting. I'm just catching up on collecting. Any other love adaptation? No idea. Synecdoche was by the same filmmaker, same writer. And I think the writer of adaptation directed Synecdoche, New York, and wrote it. I wanted to buy the Godzilla book, but decided to wait to see if they release it on 4K. That'd be great if it was on 4K. Not available yet, as you know. Do you have any thoughts on the Nightmare on Elm Street 4K Steelbook box set? Other than I'm not buying it, I don't have any thoughts on it. Just because I don't buy Steelbooks. Don't like Steelbooks all that much. I know some people think that's heresy. It's just not my thing. Yeah. I like the Nightmare on Elm Street movies. I'm into it, but you know, whatever. You have returned Epic Hall. Yes, that was ridiculously epic, borderlining on I don't know what the word is. Silly. We'll go with silly. This whole thing is very silly. Not unboxing movies for a year and a half and stuffing them in your closet to film videos for YouTube someday. Pretty silly, but it's fine. Such is life, right? Great haul. Hopefully you'll make your money back plus more. I appreciate that. Bruno, thank you for hanging out with me. Bruno, no, don't disappear for another 2 years. I mean, what can I say? I don't think it'll be another 2 years, but you never know. It might be another 2 years. I can't guarantee anything. That being said, it's the end of the stream, and I don't know when I'll be back. But if you miss the sound of my voice, you should go check out my other channel where I upload once a week. It's a podcast about movies. It's I don't plug it very much because it shows my face, and I don't show my face on this channel. But if you go to my other channel, you'll see my face for a couple hours every week, along with 2 other buddies of mine where we talk about movies. And that channel is called The Cinerealists, CINREELISTS. If you like movies, if you like movie podcasts, if you like people who know each other very well, having fun talking about those things. And if you just want to see what I look like, I'm on video, full face, over at the Cinerealists podcast channel. All right, that's it. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. I appreciate it. And I'll see you next time. Goodbye.